Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the joint.
That's enough. That's enough. 50 seconds of that. Let's go.
Oh, I thought you like. You always say the drop.
No,
in
I
there.
like it. I like it here. Oh yeah, the drop take too long, man. Come on, shit drop in 50 seconds. That's ridiculous. Need to email whoever made that beat. We need to drop 30 seconds earlier.
Shout out to Quan. He got another joint I like. This hip hop joint.
Oh man, big shout out to him, man. Yes, we on this good Thursday, man. 1 day away from the weekend, man. Weird weather. I thought I was gonna see Bane yesterday, man. I didn't know what was going on in Gotham City.
Yo.
Listen, man, I'm getting down with Bane. I'm just letting y'all know now. Batman, sorry, brother.
Yo, Bane, if you got an asthma inhaler I could borrow, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Bane is the asthma inhaler. Stand next to him, you good. What's going on? How you today?
Yo, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Hey, man, speaking of which, man, the Miami Heat, they needed an inhaler after yesterday's game.
Listen, man. Terrible performance yesterday. As much of a Jimmy Buckets guy I am, his 28 seemed like it didn't even exist. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to make no excuses. I expected that. Like I said, I got Miami in 7, so I'm not panicking because yesterday was a clear reminder in like a almost 100% resemblance of Game 1. The only difference is instead of it being Strus and Caleb, yesterday it was Vincent, Strus, Duncan Robinson, and I don't know what happened to Caleb Martin. Had a great third quarter, but like them guys just disappeared yesterday. But I'm gonna say this: we need new referees in the NBA. I'm not even talking about because of yesterday, but the game. Like I'm being honest, man, you can't do nothing. Can't do anything. There was 2 plays they called on Vincent that was just unbelievable. One where KCP was going up for the 3-point shot, desperation because the shot clock basically ran out, and he basically jumped over Vincent, and Vincent is just dunking there. What is he supposed to do? So the shot was already left his hand. Clearly, it was no foul. He lands on him. They call a foul on Vincent. Then there was another play where he lightly hooked. It was like a box out with Joker. Joker mistimed it. They still called the foul on Vincent. So I think me playing basketball before, definitely not at that height. But when you play a sport and the referees it seemed like the refs wasn't going to give him a chance. I think they just threw the towel in, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to take away from Denver. As good as Joker was, big shot to Steve Kerr. He was correct. Jamal Murray is the head of the snake. Every time Miami made a run, Jamal Murray came down with a dagger, whether it was a crazy 3-point shot, a step back, a steal. But every time Miami tried to make some type of effort, Jamal Murray said, not today. But once again, like I keep telling people, they keep thinking I'm crazy. It's only 2 players you got to worry about with Denver. It's only 2. Ain't nobody worrying about Bruce Brown. Nobody definitely worrying about Michael Porter Jr. Listen, man, whoever's his agent, bless your heart, my brother. You are the GOAT. You are the GOAT. Because that young man potential is up here. And him to be legit 6'9", 6'10", and he literally does nothing but shoot threes, it just goes to show you that's why this team is not unstoppable. Now, if everybody played at their level, then I can agree with that. But I'm very disappointed in Miami to stink it up like that at home. I'm very disappointed. And Jimmy Buckets, we need a 40-point game. We need you to take over one of these games. I'm sorry. We ain't gonna just sit here and keep relying on Vincent and the role players, bro. I've been calling you a superstar. Let's go. You see what Joke and Murray and them is doing. Come on, bro. They ain't worrying about Porter. They ain't worrying about KCP. They ain't worrying about nobody else. If they ain't getting it going, they ain't worrying about that. I'm gonna get it going. Jimmy Bucket, step it up. But yesterday I was very disappointed in Miami. Very disappointed in Spo. But once again, I said it for Game 1. I'm gonna say it for Game 3. Let's see what happens in Game 4. Now, Miami go down 3-1, it's a wrap. This is why Miami has to stay right there with them to get to a Game 7. Then it's up in the air. But I got it going 7 games. Am I disappointed in yesterday's performance? Hell yeah. This is the finals. I don't want no blowouts. I don't want people being timid. I don't want people shooting bricks. Vincent and them dudes got to be careful. because their confidence is starting to be a little too high. It was times where they was trying to run plays for him, and Denver wasn't going for it. You just keep. It was like a quarterback handing over to the running back. I watched him and Bam do that 6-7 times within a 24-second shot clock. Bro, run another play. Vincent forcing up shots. Listen, man, Miami got to knock down shots. So I'm gonna see what happens tomorrow night. But hey, man, Joker and Jamal Murray. Listen, man, they getting in a legendary status, man, with the numbers they putting up percentage wise. But that's my thoughts on Game 3 last night. Let's hear about yours.
I mean, 2 30-point triple doubles is crazy. A 30-20 game, that's like Will Chamberlain, Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't even think was it done. I know he's the third. There's only 3 players that did it. It's him, Chamberlain. I forgot who's the other person.
I didn't even know. I didn't look it up.
Yeah.
I'm just going off. I remember Tim Duncan just killing the Nets. Oh my God, maybe Shaq against the Nets also because it was so small.
I know it's him and Will Chamberlain. I forgot the other player, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just think, you know, everything you said was totally on point. I like the fact that you're not even worried about it because Spoelstra, James Simmons has the dream. Akeem Olajuwon did that, not against the Knicks.
Yeah. That's Spank. Yeah, it might have been Akeem. I know it's 3 players.
Oh, he's a Houston fan.
Yeah, big Houston fan. Yeah, Spank. Yeah, that's his team.
So I think this is their way of just, you know, I don't know how to explain this. Maybe you can help me out, but it's like a rope-a-dope. You know what I mean? Like Miami cannot win they were never going to sweep Denver, and it also made that they beat Boston in 7, even though it looked crazy. But they have to go the distance. Like they're not the knockout punch guys. So that's the thing with Denver. You got 2 guys that can slug it out with you. Those that if they get hot, it's really over. It's really over for you kids. Nothing you can do about it. And I think with Miami, they gotta make these little. Let's start Kevin Love in game 2, show you something different. My biggest thing so far Miami is Max Strus. It's time to give that guy like 6 less more minutes, bro. What the like? This guy's shooting 25% in the last 8 games. I think 6 games in the playoffs from 3. That's what you need from him. Now, somebody else could tell me about him, Max Strus defensively. I would love to hear this because I really don't care. Like if you're Spoelstra, you got to divide these minutes with Kevin Love because he showed he's a bigger body out there and it can make Aaron Gordon think. And I just don't see Max Strus. What does he provide? I know Caleb Martin had a really bad first 2 games, and last game, the game 3, last game, he shot
terrible.
Right.
Yeah, but he was terrible. Only 10 points, and that was basically he had. It's either he had all 10 in the third quarter. I know he had 8 in the third quarter. So nah, bro, we need y'all to do what y'all been doing. 15 plus, going 20 plus.
Yeah, but they got to do that by committee. Their third best player, that guy, that third wheel that shows up every game is always going to change, and it's got to be mad random. And Caleb Martin was doing that for them against Boston, but it has to be like Highsmith. To me, I don't know why he doesn't get more minutes. He always looked mad energetic.
Now, stay there. See, this is what I don't like. Spo will work in game 2. You can't come right back with that for game 3. Like yesterday, I seen Kevin Love a couple plays where he was a statue. I'm like, yo, you're not even contesting the shots. Remember, you 6'9", 6'10". So you right, Highsmith should have been in the game. They should have threw a little monkey wrench in there, just how Denver tried with playing Reggie Jackson. So I think Spo slipped up. My opinion, you can't be giving. I understand the rope-a-dope, and you might be right, but you can't be giving games away in the NBA Finals. This is the finals. It's no more after this. So I'm just disappointed in game plan, but also I'm gonna just say this, and I said it in game 1. You gotta make shots. Strus put up an air ball. Like them dudes was bricking yesterday. Bricking. So listen, when Miami is making their shots, they're a whole different ball club. So I'm not gonna panic, but I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying it. People always laugh at me. Joker. I'd rather him have 40, 10, and 4 than the numbers he had yesterday. You cannot let him get 10 plus assists. You cannot let him orchestrate. No. Listen, we gotta start giving these guys props, man. I'm an older guy, and a lot of us are stuck in our ways, and I'm starting to break out of that. Joker, bad MFer, man. It's just plain and simple. I'm not arguing with nobody about him. The only Denver fan I know is Zay. So all the bandwagon to get out of here. I don't want nobody telling me they knew this and knew that. I think Zach and me is the only. Y'all can look on my timeline when I said Joker is the best player in the NBA during the season, and people was laughing at me, including Ryan.
No. Ryan.
No. In the beginning of the season, they thought I was bugging when I said that because everybody is still high on Giannis and Steph Curry and LeBron.
I'll be surprised because that's been Ryan's guy for the last 4 years.
No, but I'm saying in the beginning of the season, before all of this. But yeah, man, Joker tough, man. And I'm gonna be honest, he get 2 rings, he might be top 5 center all time. If he gets 2 rings by the time his career is over, because it's possible he can get another MVP. It's very possible.
He should have had one this year.
Right, but I'm just saying, think about it. 2, 3 MVPs, multiple all-star selections. If they play the all-star game serious, it's possible he can get an all-star MVP. He's going to get, anytime he's in the finals, if they win, he's getting the finals MVP with the numbers. Only thing he's going to be missing that people's going to push back on is defense. He's not going to have no defensive accolades. So when you got guys like Shaq, who was dominant on both ends of the floor, and Hakeem, I'm just naming guys with rings, David Robinson, Bill Russell, things like that. To me, that's the only thing that people are going to hold against him. But I'm not. I'm over the old man on the stoop thing. Joker the best player in the league. And he might have been the best player in the league in the last 2-3 years. That's a fact. Sorry.
I mean, he's the most skilled player in the league the last 2-3 years.
He's the best player in the league.
Yeah, he's the more, but the best, like Giannis is the best because he's just like when he's in that, it's him versus Giannis the last 2-3 years. There's just Giannis brings the intensity, the focus, all that shit. He don't leave nothing on the floor. He looks like he's trying every given second, even when and they give him calls, like he's knocking people over. Those are offensive fouls. With Joker, it's all skill. It's all Kevin McHale up and unders, and pump fake the shot and pump fake the pass. You got to fall for any pump fake pass that he does.
But Fade, let's not forget, us as basketball fans and just basketball fanatics, what do we always say? Big shout out everybody in the comments. Please stay in the comments, man. Like I said, me and my brother, man, we really take time out to do this. So we appreciate everybody. Stay in them comments and just, come on, man, feed us.
And share. Anybody who likes basketball, come bring them in here and tell them. You see what you said? What you said, Spank? What was the topic? Joker, the greatest center. Y'all are crazy, right? We're crazy. So bring your mans, send them, share this video, and have them curse us out. I don't care.
But I'm gonna say this, Joker. What we always big up: the performance in the playoffs, the performance in the finals. He's performing. He's not underperforming. This guy's going to average a triple-double in the finals. And a legit, not saying none of them is not legit, but a legit probably 30, 15, and 12. Isn't that what we ask? So, it's not, listen, man, it's not far. Of course, he has a long way to go. But once again, if his career, if he have a 15-year career, and in them 15 years, he got 2 rings, 3 MVPs, a finals MVP. He averaged a triple-double in a year. Remember, he's a 7-footer. Listen, man, I'm not arguing against it no more. I'm sorry.
See, but Rage Man Go, he's not a better rebounder than Malone, better than Dream, Gianni.
He's a better player. I don't care about. He's a better player. Rage Man, love you to death. He's a better player.
What's up to Brazil, Bernardo, Rage Man? See, they immediately they point to the skill set, which you can argue that. But we've seen Malone in the finals, dog. We've seen him shit the bed. Like this guy put up a 30, 20, 10 triple-double. Malone ain't never do that. Like we've seen him. We've with the spotlight on him. The MVP, back-to-back MVP Malone was, right?
Yes.
We've seen it.
No. I don't know. He has 1 MVP. He doesn't have 2.
MVP. I'm sorry, 1 MVP. Yeah, but it was still for us. It was like you got it over Mike. You better have the illest performance in finals.
And it was a lot of BS behind that because people were saying he shouldn't have got that.
Right. In the same way with Embiid not making it past the second round or whatever it was. Now Joker's in there again, fully motivated. Same thing with Murray. Murray came in here motivated because he heard the whispers all the last 2-3 seasons. Now, again, when they say Giannis is not a better shooter than Joker, I'm sorry. Okay, you can say all that, but my point is that Giannis shouldn't even be in this conversation if that's the case. Because the way we talk about him is he has no skills, basically. But he's always in the MVP combo. So the Joker, he has no defense, but he's in the MVP conversation every single year. With that's something about them puts them and the team into this conversation. So Joker, greatest of all time, it's tough for me to say that. With the biggest knock against him is always going to be that you don't play enough against enough centers. And we went over this last night, and it was a great conversation. When he played against the Lakers, shout out to Scoop, he used the word pedestrian. He looked pedestrian against them. Why? Because he went from doing all this to averaging 22 and 7 against them Lakers because they had big bodies over there.
All right, but to his defense, 22 and 7 is not trash, and they swept the Lakers. His defense.
Oh, this year, yeah, no. But here's what hear me out. Again, it's the flaw against him is always going to be the competition, and that's like that.
No, I get it, but what I'm saying is, I understand everything you're saying. Remember, I agree. I said that a couple of days ago. I'm not saying I'm the only one that said that, but remember, I was big on back in the days. You gotta remember, you had at least 10 to 15 solid centers, whether it was offense or defense, but was legit 7 foot, tough. Mentally, physically, and they banging. Pause. Right now, the only person Joker really has to put up with is AD and B, Gobert, maybe Cat. I'm saying legit 7 footers. Mitchell Robinson, Steven Adams. So you see the caliber of big men in the league. So they're gonna try to hold that against them, and they're gonna hold that to defense. But I'm over all of that. I seen it.
I mean, it's a fair argument, but we can't, like you said, you got to be in the middle somewhere. We got to be prisoners of the moment and celebrate this because it's been greatness. We've been saying this. All I was saying beforehand, like you said, I want to see you got to make the Western Conference Finals, and I want to see a spanking take place. They swept the Lakers, like you said. They swept them. That was a spanking, and they came out and I don't need to score 40 on you, AD. Watch this. You score 40. Watch this. Against the Miami Heat, I said I want to see a dominant. Bro, I don't see nobody being able to guard you out there. I want to see that 30-point triple-double. I want to see a 50-point, and he's doing that.
Hey, Fab, it was a play where he knocked down like the free throw shot. Then there was another play where the footwork was just, when my man Mike Tyson and the guys in boxing say, impeccable. And me, I'm like, I love the game, and I'm just watching the game like, is this a 7-foot or is this Kyrie Irving with the ball? He's like a guard with the ball. Nah, man, like I'm over the. Well, he's not better than Carmelo because Carmelo rebounded. He's a better player all over the. He's a better all-around player, period. I'm not doing that no more with none of this. I'm just not. When they come to this guy, I'm not hating on him. I'm not doing none of that. I don't care about the race. I don't care about where he came from. In that square, on that floor, bro, he the best player in the league, bro. Sorry. He the best player in the league. But they're not unbeatable. They're not unbeatable. Can't hear you.
My fault. I think shout out to Beloved, as Bernardo will call him. Denver does have these lackadaisical moments. They don't have like Jamal Murray. You can see when he's intense, and you can see when he's not intense. Same thing with Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon game 2, Aaron Gordon game 3 are two different Aaron Gordons.
Two totally different players.
He didn't know how to respond to Kevin Love being on him. He stood on the 3-point line, and then this last game he was cutting to the basket, and it changed everything. And also that 20 rebounds from Joker, it's not just a 30-10-10 triple-double. It's 30 and 20. They out-rebounded.
The offensive rebounds, the tip-ins, just, yo, man.
They out-rebounded them by 25 rebounds.
Yeah,
that's dominant. That means when I show up, I'm bigger than everybody. I'm going to get the rebound. I might pass it. I might score. That's what makes him so crazy.
Yeah, and once again, Bam and them and Kevin Love, like I said, I don't even think Zeller got in the game yesterday. So, you know,
he played 5 minutes, put up a donut.
Okay, exactly. He didn't get exactly. Listen, man, Spo got something on his hands. He got to put a real, like what he did in game 2. But to me, game 2, I'm not going to give him all the credit. They made shots. You're not going to win in the finals with Vincent, and Strus. Once again, maybe 5 points between them. Caleb Martin, who I was praising, only 10 points. Like I said, you can't keep relying on Kyle Lowry. Once again, Kevin Love, he put up some bricks yesterday as well. So my thing is just take the smart shot, take the open shot, and when you open, hit it. Stop rushing. I seen 2 times where Kevin Love rushed threes. He knocked one down, and then he got to get 2 more in that same spot, but it wasn't a wide open shot. It was like rushed off the pick. And it's like, yo, why are you taking the shot? Don't take it. So I'm not panicking. Like I said, tomorrow night's going to tell it all. If they win this, we back to the drawing board, 2-2. Like I said game 7. But if Miami go down 3-1, they done. They losing in 5. And whoever called it in 5 is going to look like a genius. And I might have to give them props. So I'd rather Miami win yesterday and lose tomorrow, because that's better for them. But they can't give these games away in the finals. I'm sorry.
Dom
What up, Dom?
These titles need to stop. Because I got Jokic, the greatest center of all time. What do you want us to do, Dom? We're not millionaire. We don't have 1 million subscribers yet, bro. Stop bitching.
But let me don't pay it. I mean, they got no. But let me say this real quick, because everybody that know me, man, I'm an exaggerator. That's what I do, and I don't mind looking silly. I don't mind being wrong. But if Joker at the end of his career has 3 rings, 3 MVPs, triple doubles, you want to tell me he not better than Will Chamberlain or Bill Russell? The skill set? Like, I'm being honest, man. I'm an old head. I respect the OGs. But come on, bro. Y'all see what he doing? He's a god. He's a god. Listen.
I've been saying he's a first point center. That's what I've been calling him. I think it's tough. Like, when you talk about the greatest of the greatest, like last night we were going over the Wilt thing. They try to bring up. I said, bro, at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone says. Wilt was a great athlete for his time. Me and Bernardo says, how am I supposed to call beloved? Beloved, because he calls him beloved because he reads it like a regular word.
Right,
in New York, we say beloved, Bernardo. It's just us, but crazy. But you keep calling him beloved. That shit is hilarious. But I was saying, Wilt Chamberlain. There's a bunch of Wilt Chamberlain type of dudes in the 90s. Maybe not just like him, whatever it is. It's got to affect his game. He's not having these 50 rebound games in the 90s. Not happening.
It's not even that. You listen, Joker would have him in a spin cycle. Like, we gotta stop. Sometimes we gotta let the past go, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not. Y'all gotta remember, I'm older than all y'all. Remember, I used to be the old guy on the porch. Listen, we watching these games. Like, yo, and just imagine if he was getting production from Porter. Like, just imagine if Michael Porter Jr. was aggressive like Jamal Murray and averaged 20. They would sweep the whole playoffs. Well, like really think about that. He has a third option that gives him nothing.
I think, of course, if you had a third player, that would be a different story for any team, anybody who's that great. If you have 2 options on your side, it changes everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. But Wilt Chamberlain, he had that with Elgin Baylor and Jerry West. We can't even go back and watch all that footage, really. I'm just saying that if you to knock him out of his pedigree, the same way we're marveling at Jokic, we got those numbers are still Babe Ruth. Wilt Chamberlain is legendary, iconic for that. So it's going to be hard to just get him out of there. All I'm saying is that the same way we're saying Joker,
it's not going to be hard. Why is it going to be hard? It shouldn't be hard if we watching the game and we watching the skill set. See, I'm not going to sit here and be stuck on Will average 50. I don't care about that. How many rings Will got? 1 or 2?
2.
He got 2?
I want to say 3 before I look it up.
No, he don't have 3. I know for a fact he don't have 3.
It got to be 2 because he beat the Knicks.
He got 1 with the Lakers.
I think they're both with the Warriors. You know, Dom's gonna tell us. He's in here going crazy.
But listen, I don't care what nobody average. I'm looking at what Joker is doing on the court. And once again,
2-time champion.
2-time. And just imagine if Michael Porter Jr. did what he was supposed to do. Like, this series wouldn't even be it would be unwatchable. We could just get refs. But the fact that I keep saying they only have two players to worry about, that's why you could watch this series. But if Michael Porter Jr. played to his size, 6'9", 6'10", back to the basket, knock down threes, grabbing rebounds, but if he really did what he was supposed to do, bro, we ain't even watching this series. It'll be a sweep.
Right, but we would have known. We would have known that going into the series though. Like there would be no competition in the West. They would have swept the West.
Right, that's what I said. Yeah, it'd have been a wash.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what made Joker even more good. That listen, bro, he's picking up the slack for a whole another one or two players.
Oh yeah, come on now. Like,
bro, I'm just watching, man. He tough, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of arguing about the truth.
I mean, again, shout out to Zach and Ryan was saying that. Who else we say they just been talking about the Joker.
Matt Guard.
So they Joker. So the last 2-3 seasons, because of them, I was like, let me watch more Joker, and he's just been crazy. I would see him, and just again, the AD thing was real though. The AD thing was real when he guarded him and he was healthy. He was stopping Joker. He gave him a problem. I don't want people to think otherwise. Right. So and now, also the big bodies and all that, but we got to give him his props. If he wins now, that's the thing, right? If he wins a title, what's the argument? How is he not top 10? Because even I love Ewing, and I always say his first 10 seasons, there's no way Joker has had a better first 10 seasons. But I don't think Patrick Ewing had 3 seasons like this. He's never been in an MVP conversation like this.
A lot of players ain't had this type of season, So I mean, we could talk about the Joker another time. I just think, he's showcasing his talent, and we are all big on guys playing great in the playoffs and in the finals, and he's doing it. There's a lot of superstars that stunk it up in the finals. He's not stinking it up. So, I'm being honest, man. Before we get off this topic, just real quick, what adjustments does Miami have to make to win tomorrow night's game?
Great question. I think I hinted at that with the Max Strus and Highsmith. I really like that. And then somehow they got to get I don't know how they've been sneaking in and rebounding the way they have. Like, that's what my biggest thing when we played them. The Knicks played them. I was like, yo, why are we not out rebounding them? But Joker showed up. So they got to somehow bother him. They try to figure out that zone shit where they play a zone and they front Joker and don't let him get the ball at the free throw line. But what happened was, I think it was Don Draper and Mel. They were saying he just stood there at the free throw line the whole time. Fuck it. You stand there, bring the ball around, swing it around, and I'll give it to me when I'm in front of the free throw line. And it was over. Now I could pass the ball, dish it, maybe I missed the shot, but I get the offensive rebound and not catch a foul. They gotta somehow go back to the rebounding, and I think Strus got to get less minutes, and you got to bring in more Highsmith, because the whole thing with Tyler Hero, maybe that was what they were dependent on yesterday, and that might have burst their bubble a little bit. Like, yo, Tyler might play today, but just stay focused, and Spoelstra's gonna do something.
Well, I think Kevin Love played too many minutes. I don't know why he played all those minutes. I don't know why you relying heavily on Kevin Love. I get if he played, I don't know how many minutes he played, but it seemed like he's in the game a lot. You definitely got to use Highsmith more. And I just think Strus, Martin, Vincent got to make shots. Duncan Robinson, they just got to make their shots. Got to make shots. Like I said, Jimmy Butler had 28, but I need more from Jimmy Buckets. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you off the hook. That 28 was the most silent 28 I've seen in a while. Just need more. But we gonna see. Like I said, tomorrow is the series. Tomorrow's Miami lose, they done. It's a wrap. They winning at 5.
3-1 going back. Yeah, down 3-1 going back to Denver.
You done. I don't care if it was 3-1 going back to Miami. You done. This ain't. Remember, this ain't the Knicks. This ain't Milwaukee. This ain't Boston. This is a healthy Denver team with the best player in the world, by far. So let's see what happens tomorrow night, man. But congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. Congratulations to everybody who bet on them or who said they were going to win yesterday. Well, let's see what happens. But before we get off of this, Miami, they got to make shots. They're not going to beat nobody if you don't make shots.
Now, I almost skipped the subject going with the.
Where we going now?
We gotta go front with this one.
Where we
Your
going?
man, your man,
Oh, oh,
your man, the porn star slayer.
the GOAT. Hold on. The GOAT, Zion. Zion Williamson, the GOAT. If I had a thing, look, salute the GOAT, Zion. Now let's get serious. Niggas, you out your mind? I ain't saying don't knock him down, but knock him up. Listen, bro. Are you kidding me? Now hold on. I'm gonna whisper a name because I don't know if we get flagged. Mariah Mills. Oh, I'm not mad at that. Let me whisper it again. Mariah Mills. Zion, I am not mad at that.
Hold on, let me stop right there real quick. I didn't know who the young lady was prior to yesterday. And then yourself and a couple of fellas said, hey, stamp of approval. I suggest you do some research. And prior to our show, I must co-sign you guys' approval. That young lady is quite a show.
Come on now. So we see why he was not playing basketball. Clearly he wasn't injured. That boy was having some fun. Oh my God. Woo, she had that boy in his back like a cockroach. Look. Yo, big shout out to Zion. Yo, man,
Big
listen,
Z.
Man. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you why I ain't mad at him. Because at least he ain't sniffing no coke. At least he ain't robbing nobody. Listen, all them other old players did way worse than Zion. Now he gonna have to pay some Malibu. No, not Malibu. He ain't married, but the girl, he gonna have to pay some child support, things of that nature. But listen, man, at least it was the sisters. You know how these up them shit. Like, listen, man. Big shout out Zion Williamson, man. That's all I can say, man.
I was just mad at these dudes out here talking about he's so stupid. Like what you're saying he is bugging, right? But you understand.
He's super crazy now. But I'm not listen. He ain't waving no gun. Come on now. Hey, just saying. He ain't waving. Look, he ain't running around with the gang members with the pistols and all that. He's getting a little, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, but let me ask you a question. Okay, let's be serious.
Sure.
If you're the Pelicans, if you're the owner of the New Orleans Pelicans, you just pay them all that money, and then this comes out. Please give me your thoughts.
I don't have a problem with this. This ain't the first time something like this happened, bro. Like, they was in the group chat saying he's wilding this, that, and the third. I said, okay, so Magic Johnson wasn't wilding? Listen, I could speak.
I'm saying, Will Chamberlain had 20,000. Rest in peace, the real GOAT.
And he made a book about it. 2K.
Hold on. You want to laugh?
He said, Will 2K.
Hold on. Let me make you laugh. I heard somebody break down like the average girl per day, and they said it's like 2 point something. I said, how is that possible? How can you have a 2.6 a day? Where does the 0.6 come at?
Dog, Magic said I had.
Is that halfway? Or hold on, is it you knock down 2 and then the other one you talk to and then you just let? Like, how do you go? Yo, that means he had 2.8 girls a day. What is the 0.8?
Oh boy, he is the triple-double king. We're talking about 2 triple-double kings. What are we doing right now? And you're talking about, listen, now we never heard about, Wilt, this is pre-HIV, and I don't want to get too deep, but see how Rage Man said, have your fun, but be safe. Hey, that's my point. Was Magic being safe, though?
Oh, if you don't want to be safe, don't be safe. That's on you. I ain't listen. Listen, look at my face. Mariah.
Yo,
you be safe with that.
And this is Zion in New Orleans. This Magic was in LA.
But hold on. Let me say this though. If the other chick ain't get pregnant, he really the GOAT because I didn't know none of this. Think about that though.
Now that's my problem.
Think about how low he kept that.
But this is my problem.
She said she was wifey though.
They both are. But here's the thing.
No.
She's wilding. She's wilding. Because she's wilding. She knows what she's doing. She got back at him. She shouted him out right now. You put him on blast. And guess what? The price don't went up on Mariah Mills. Them streams is going up. Everybody's Safari history is about to go crazy, smuttier.
Big shout out my man Marlo the Wire. The price of the brick done went up. Price of the brick done went up. See, yeah, I did that to Prop Joe. Hold on, let me check. Bring the camera close.
Mariah, go back like baby.
Pacified. Listen.
Zion is old dirt dog.
Look, wait. Zion Dirt Dog Williamson is fire. Woo! Yo, listen. Come close. Listen. Zion, this is all ball talking. This is how you do this. You sit them both down. This is G shit. This is what it's going to be, y'all. In my career, I'm going to make $500 million. Y'all rolling or not? Y'all rolling or not? I'm getting a double-sized king bed. It's us three against the world. What y'all going to do? Birkin bags for everybody. Phantoms for everybody. You get a house. You get a... Listen, Zion Oprah Winfrey can be in effect. What you want to do? Hold on. Listen. How legendary... See, this is my thing, Fabe. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm excited now. When Dennis Rodman was the only guy that just said, "Bunk it, I'm gonna be myself." What if Zion? You know, when the players come to the games and they show them walking through the tunnel. Imagine every home game when he walking through the tunnel, he got them two joints walking with him, jumping out the fan, and they in front row. Yeah, listen, Zion, I'm with you, bro. I can work for you for free as a consultant. Let's go. I ain't mad at him. I'm mad at him, but I'm not mad at him.
I'll do it right. Look. I don't think he...
I'm saluting Zion every time I see him. Listen, Zion, Mariah Mills. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry.
I just, it just happens. But if I'm the Pelicans, I am mad at him. Like, what? They've heard worse. Imagine Pat Riley stories.
Oh, can I tell you why I would be mad though?
If you're the Pelicans?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you why. All seriousness, what you do in your personal life, I don't care. But when it affects your job, I have a problem with that.
How can you prove that?
No, all right. No, I'm not saying I can. But, bruh, you gotta have that sit down. I don't care what you do in your personal life. It cannot affect you here. We need you on the court. We need you in the arena. We need you selling out these games. We giving you all this money. We need you on the court. So fix that. So to me, that's where, as a GM or as an owner, you got to have that sit down with them. Hey, that's what you want to do with your life? I can't do nothing about that. But I'm asking you, we need you to take your job serious. Get in shape. If you have to lose weight, like I said, I don't get into that. I don't know what a person's weight is. I need to lose weight. I'm not fat shaming nobody. You kidding me? Get in shape. However you need to do it. Get healthy. We need you on the court. You're the best player on our team. When we are healthy and we're looking good, we're a playoff team. What happened?
He said he got a hoop now. He becoming Tristan Thompson.
No, look. No, he not. Tristan Thompson ain't never made $300 million.
Hold on. Tristan Thompson don't ever get down like this. Let's be real. Tristan Thompson ain't never show up and we had a gender reveal party. That was very silly of you, Zion.
But hold on. Tristan ain't got.
Hold on.
Stop it.
Hold on, bro. Tristan Thompson baby mama is a Millie.
No. I'm not knocking that. No. Let's talk about the new one. Yeah. Get out of here. Don't do that. Let's talk about them all. Dumb whack. I ain't gonna say their name. We ain't gonna do that. This shit might get shut down.
Yeah. Delete.
Staying away from that. Yeah, but all right, let's get serious for a minute. We have fun with Zion, but just real quick, nigga try to get serious. Yeah,
there's no way to get serious. Listen, those are mistakes you're making. He was hold on. I gotta still be silly. You were way too happy in that gender reveal video, dog. You gotta calm your ass down, Zion.
Hold on. Was that the one where he said, like, he spoke to the future baby?
Yes. Nah.
Fabe, I didn't even know what that was.
Me either. I thought it was fake.
He went, "Mommy and Daddy will love you." I'm just like, what is he talking like? Y'all turn. I said, what the fuck is this? I said, this nigga
Yo,
a
Zion,
seance?
we don't ever see you in nothing but commercials and everything like that. Why you pop up to tell me what kind of baby you having, bro?
Yo, let me ask you a question. Do you think a player in the NBA of his stature, of his caliber, of his superstarness can beat him? Do you think they would accept him? Let's just say if you really had two girlfriends, where you just was like, yo, this is what I do. This is me.
If he had it in him, then yeah, you ain't anything you could do about it. I think the NBA would not like him to do that. But again, I think apologies are in order from a few of y'all, because it was me and Midnight Melvin talking about Zion as a superstar. Superstars do not get this treatment. Zion was a household name for the last 24 hours. That don't happen if you some bum off the street. Zion is a superstar of the highest order.
That's a fact. Because I ain't gonna even lie. What's the guy that got the other bro pregnant? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't heard his name since the first night it happened. Oh, he played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Remember, there was another. It was another guy that got
Dark-skinned Jermaine.
See what I'm saying? Exactly.
Y'all know who we talking about.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, but Zion is a superstar. But like I said, I just hope it doesn't interfere with him on the court. Like I just want him to get back on the court. I don't care what he does in his love life. Hey man, that's his money. That's his life. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I love it. I love to see guys. See, to me, it just shows you we all human. We all human, man. We all human, man. Just because you got all that don't mean you don't sit on the toilet just like me, or you don't put your socks on just like me, or you know what I mean? So, hey, man.
I got 2 kids. You can't pull out just like me.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Big shout out to Zion Dirt Dog Williamson, man. And listen, man, courtesy of Fame, he made that up. He said, "Me and Mariah." Come on, man.
Old Dirt Dog is crazy.
Man. Zion Dirt Dog Williamson is crazy.
Dirt Dog of the year. But you gotta listen. As Rage Man said, they don't want to see men control the relationship dynamic. You listen, Zion. Them girl, no disrespect to them young ladies. Clearly, they have their own. One of them has their own entrepreneurial business, public business out there. But you got to be way more in charge of your career and show them, hey, listen, I'm Big Zion. Without me, all that late talk, period talk you talking about, that don't matter. I'm Big Z. I'm Big Dirt Dog. That 500 million is coming in here. Play your position. I'm not saying I'm promising you the castle. Well, you might get a wing. You might get a nice.
Listen. What I'm imagining. Just imagine when the game is over. You know how players got their families in the crowd, and you go kiss your girl. Imagine he kissed 2 girls. Like, listen, I'm going berserk with this. Like, listen, what?
Jump. Let me see you move your bro, girls.
Let's do it. Come on, man. What?
Your ODB was crazy.
Yo, listen, just imagine you a regular law-abiding citizen, and you sit next to them, and Zion come and kiss both of them. They go have a good game. What? Listen, he will be a legend for the rest of his life.
We shall salute.
Own up to it, and let's go. That's why you need to come to New York. We'll hold you down, baby. Listen.
We will.
Sit them things right next to Spike.
Yeah, we're gonna quiet them down, Zion. All them haters.
Sit them things right next to Spike. Let's go.
Do the right thing.
Yo, man. Niggas mad at a nigga for getting some ladies, man. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. Listen, man.
Yo, the crazy part to me is that people just forget how if you were 20, I told this guy on Instagram from my man Mike, bro, imagine if you could press a button on your VCR back in the day and you catching a flight or she's catching a flight with your favorite. Are you kidding me?
Listen, bro. Dude just acting like, just imagine a girl that you fantasize about, man. Like, listen, I ain't mad at him. I'm just mad that it's going down how it's going down. The pregnancy thing, yeah, but once again, that's his life. My whole thing is get on the basketball court and be the superstar that we all know you could be. To me, that's my whole thing. Imagine after all this, you come back with a vengeance in the next season. All-star game, you go crazy. Y'all get in the playoffs, maybe make the second round and make some noise. Listen, he got an opportunity right now to be so legendary. Listen, man, what my man said in Troy, take it. It's yours, my man Achilles. My man, the moment is here, bro. Embrace it.
Well, the link is in the chat, y'all. Dom drop. Let's say for you to jump up here, bro. He was trying to avoid all this scandalous talk. Dom, it's okay. We covering for you.
Man, listen.
But you said the moment is here. CP3 is CP free right now.
CP free. Listen, I'm not a big Chris Paul fan, but a team that needs what up, Rage Man?
What's good?
I think Chris Paul.
You got a call?
He could be a back. If he understands he could be a backup, play about 20-something minutes, he can help a team get over the hump.
Facts.
But it has to be, so I'm not mad at Phoenix, and I think Chris Paul needs to pick wherever he's going wisely. But let me just say this before I let Rage Man go. A lot of players and people don't like Chris Paul, so it's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, he has to change that mindset. But I think, listen, man, it's some team that he can help. Whatever team needs a backup point guard, I think that's where he should go.
Facts. I completely agree. I was saying, either Boston or Milwaukee. That could be a championship level acquisition, and Milwaukee don't even got their coach yet. So I'm leaning towards Boston because that's literally all they need is a pure point guard that can lead them, a floor general that can set up the stars. But it depends on who their coach is in Milwaukee and I don't know if Chris Middleton gonna stay. I'm leaning towards Boston. Then you got other people saying LA, him going back to the Clippers. I can see that, but with them, they all three of their stars too injury prone. It'll be the same thing with having Russ.
Right, exactly.
But in LA with the Lakers, if he go to the Lakers, I wouldn't care if he went to the Lakers. Let them old dudes die off on the same team. But if he go into a contender, go to the main contender. But if he go to LA, go ahead and end your career with the bum from Akron.
But that's a great point, Rage. I don't think the Lakers need him as much as a Boston may need him. Let me say this. My Knicks could use him, depending on what happens in the offseason.
Hey, that's a good point. Yeah.
Real talk, because we forget he can hit the three. He got the mid-range. Like I said, I just think him coming off the bench playing 20-something minutes, I think that'll help his body hold up.
Facts,
I think he can really make a difference on the team. Now, it depends on if he wants a title. If he wants it, because, my Knicks, we ain't give him whatever he wants. See, some guys just want money. They act like they want to win a ring.
No, I think Chris Paul, he wanted him and LeBron. I was alluded to this, but I ain't really mention it like outright. LeBron and Chris Paul, them some of the dudes who like money more than rings. We can say that because look at the contracts these dudes getting at their age. LeBron getting $47 million next year at 38. That's ridiculous.
But Shannon Sharp said it on Undisputed. It might have been yesterday or today. I was watching the clip with him and Skip, and he brought up how LeBron loves his money. So that's not far-fetched what you're saying. But I think what you just said, the Boston or Milwaukee, to me, is the perfect spots for him.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because once again, he could. It's no pressure on him. He can come off that bench, and both of those teams have superstars where he gonna be okay. So I think.
Hey, let me ask you this: even before it happened, just hypothetically, let's say if the Bucks get CP3 and they keep Chris Middleton and have Drew Holiday, is that a super team?
Hell no.
Okay, I just wanted to hear what you was gonna say.
Nah, but remember right now they not a super team, even with what they call. No. But I'm just saying. But when you say that, because some people try to make that up, let's not forget Chris Middleton was undrafted, and the league and players gave up on Drew Holiday. Nobody knew Drew Holiday still had this game in him on both ends of the floor. So what you said is a great point. I don't think you're a super team if you go to let's say Boston reaches out to him. Because to me, Boston ain't a super team.
Nah.
To me, there's no more super teams in the league.
Nah.
That shit is over.
Yeah.
That shit is over. But yeah, I think the 3 teams, and I think also in the East, it'll be a little easier for him with the guards that he would have to deal with, the Trae Youngs and all that, with guys that's kind of his size and that. Because remember in the West, you're dealing with all them athletic guys. You're dealing with Curry. You're dealing with Ja Morant. You're dealing with De'Aaron Fox. Like, bruh. So you come in the West, it's going to be a little easier for you. And I'm going to be real. Don't sleep on, if he's smart, which I know he is, depending on what the Knicks do. Listen, man. To me, Grimes, McBride, Quickly, very disappointing in the playoffs. Very disappointed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right now, we have too many. We got about 5 guards that do the same thing. You only need 2.
Facts.
Josh Harden, Quickly, and Grimes is kind of all the same person. To some extent. 2 of the mugs could go.
I'm glad you just brought up point guards in the East because that is a good topic. You got elite athletic point guards in the West, but in the East, outside of Kyle Lowry, who on the decline, I think he in his final years in the league. Outside of Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul and Drew Holiday, who he could potentially team up with. Chris Paul, the only point guard that'll be in the East that made it to the finals. So whoever get him, if he goes to the East, gonna have a super advantage.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Rage Man, the Bucks hired Adrian Griffin, and he was on Tom Thibodeau's staff in Chicago.
It's final.
Yeah, he was on.
Okay.
Nick,
yeah, they did. Yep.
He was on Tom Thibodeau's staff.
Nah, that was assistant. He on the coaching staff.
Right. No, he's an assistant coach for Tom Thibodeau. He's an assistant coach.
He is the coach.
Yeah, he's the coach now.
I remember that. You're right. They did.
And he was the assistant coach for Nick Nurse recently for the Raptors. Boss man.
Who that? Okay, boss man. What up, boss
what
man?
Up, y'all? What's up? Must watch TV. This is must watch TV. This is like getting an orgasm, yo. I'm telling you, love this, man. Love this. Yeah, doing, man.
Everything is all right, man. Everything is all right. Like I said, we just discussing, the release of Chris Paul. I think depending on where he goes, in the minutes he plays, he probably got 2 more years left in him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Rage Man said something that made great sense. Championship of Boston and Milwaukee. But once again, depending on what the Knicks do, I like him backing up Jalen Brunson. If he can stay healthy, I'm being honest with you. He's a winner. He knows how to get guys in their spots. He's a floor general. He can knock down the 3. He's still good to knock down the mid-range. He's still smart. Now, like I said, can he stay healthy? Don't know. But coming off the bench and playing less minutes, I'm being honest, depending on what happens with Quickly and Grimes, because them dudes going to want some money.
Yep.
Depending on what happened with them, I don't see why Nick shouldn't get him and we can get him for a decent price.
I don't think you think he'll take the veteran minimum.
I don't.
You think?
Yeah, I don't like him. I mean, I like him as a person. I like all of. I like him, but he doesn't fit for the Knicks because one, we're trying to get young. Why are we going old again? I don't think he'd be a fit for that purpose right then and there. And he's proven, and God bless him, that he can't. Okay, you fool! You just riding, you idiot. Man, I can't believe it. He's on his phone just riding past the park, not even looking.
Wow.
Anyway, man, but we need somebody young who can last, who can last the whole playoff series, not come there for the regular season and you hurt. Nah, to me, he'd be a better fit for Boston if it's anything, but not for the Knicks.
Yeah,
not for the Knicks.
I'm leaning towards Boston too, boss man.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, yeah, I agree to that. Like I said, I was just throwing that in the air just if Boston and Milwaukee he doesn't go to. I don't see no other team. Like I said, no team in the West really needs him. I just think, with our Knicks, if the other two teams he don't go to, which makes way more sense. For one, boss man, we are young, so he doesn't make us older. Everybody we have on our team is in their prime with Brunson, Barrett, Randall, Mitchell Robinson. So I just think, if he can come off the bench and give solid minutes, like I said, he can score, man. He can still do what he do. But I get what you're saying. Definitely, I think Boston is the best fit. Boston is the best fit.
Colin Cowherd earlier today, I saw it on IG. He brought up a good point. Chris Paul still might not get waived. He can still the Suns can still pull a sign and trade,
right? Yes,
and the Suns can get Marcus Smart. That'll be a big pickup for them because I don't even think they need an offensive point guard when you got D-Book and KD. They just need a defensive point guard that can pass a little bit. They can shoot some threes.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's where I was gonna go with Memphis as well. They desperately need grown-ups in that locker room. That was my other choice. Is Memphis? John Morant might be out for half a season.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point too.
But the Boston one seems more.
But where's they ceiling? I don't think CP's trying to build no teams no more.
I think he is. I think that's his role. Like I don't think his specialty is to get the best out of everybody. We saw like he doesn't have it. Like his role, he needs to weather the storm in the regular season and try to be as healthy as possible for the playoffs. And a team like Boston makes sense because they're deep enough to just ride that out.
Yeah.
And then Boston, Milwaukee, like you guys mentioned, Boston, Milwaukee, and Memphis made sense because they're on that contender level. But the Knicks would be ill for him. If I'm CP3, I'm thinking he knows how James Dolan is, and he knows he's getting a job here for the rest of his life.
If he looking for the bread, he'll go to the Knicks.
But hold on,
the bread for the rest of his life.
But the only thing we got to be scared about is a lot of players don't want to play with Chris Paul. So him coming over there might scare a superstar to come over there. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I think that's players of his era, though. I think younger players would be willing to play with him.
Okay. I mean,
think,
I don't know
not even of his era, because Pat Bev, I don't think he Chris Paul era, but I think it's the era after Chris Paul that don't like him. I think the more younger players will be willing to play with him.
But there got to be something to that, though. There has to be something to him not being liked like that. Because I after a while, I was a big CP3
I think it's just
fan.
personality because him and D-Book got along just fine.
Yeah, but remember, we had somebody that told us that had some dealings and they said, hey, man, he just a nasty person. So he don't know how to talk to people. He mistreat people. Look what DeMarcus Cousins said about him. Look at the problems he had with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan and Clippers. Like, bruh, like dudes don't get along with him. So, with our Knicks, we got to be scared as far as with that. But you know what? I think Milwaukee might be the best fit because of their style of play. See, Boston still want to get up. I think Boston need to run more because they all in their youth.
Yes, man.
I think Milwaukee's style of play fits him best, to be honest.
And I think I'm standing firm on this. Giannis should either this year or the year before, he should be a 3-time MVP by now. I mean, the year after he won the championship, with him winning the championship was literally the only reason they didn't give it to him. And the next year after he won the championship, he was putting up career numbers. So he should have got it then. Imagine Chris Paul setting him up. He's going to get his rightfully deserved third regular season MVP.
Boss man, let me ask you a question. How do you should they be getting rid of CP3 at this moment?
I think this is all a game, man. These guys are being waived for several reasons. And we got to realize a lot of guys are going to the West for whatever reason. There's something out there they like, the hot weather. So I think he really wants to stay in the West because he's never came to the East before. Always been in the West. LeBron went to the West. So there's something about the West right now that these players like. I don't know what it is. It can be.
That's a good point.
You have to realize it's higher taxes in the West. But it must be some business events out there we don't know nothing about right now.
You made a good point with Chris Paul never going to the East. He was only
That was a good
drafted.
point. That was a good point.
Yeah, but at this point in his career, he got the money. Is he trying to get a chip? That him, whatever decision he made, it'll show us. If he go into Memphis, it'll show that he good with building a team, because I don't see Memphis winning no championship or making no finals no time soon. If he go to Boston or Milwaukee, that show me he want to win a chip. If he go to New York or somewhere in the West, that means he want the bread.
How about Philly?
Philly, it wouldn't work. He already had James Harden.
Remember, him and James Harden didn't get along.
Well, they didn't? I thought they did.
Nah. He called him. He said something about. Chris Paul was saying something about James Harden drive. Like he don't.
No, but Rage, man, not even that. Remember, they showed something in the huddle during the game when Chris Paul was trying to tell him something. He knocked his hand away. Like, yeah, they didn't get along. Nah.
Oh no! Look at this. Good point. You mentioned a good point that how a lot of players couldn't get along with him. I just think it's personality, because look at the players that do get along with Chris Paul. Devin Booker, Kobe wanted him. Yeah. Kobe wanted Chris Paul. They got that. That's that old school mentality. So I think that's what it is. He couldn't be a little nasty a little bit, but hey, he an acquired taste. I like Chris Paul. He always been one of my.
That was earlier though. Like we didn't know as much about Chris Paul. Like that was the Hornets, Chris Paul. He was still like that was Chris Paul. So when we went to the Clippers, then he started beefing with Doc Rivers and the team. That's when we started learning more about him. So Kobe wanted him on the team. I think Kobe would have set him straight to it. Kobe would have had that much cachet. But damn, on the Knicks would be tough. And the Knicks would be tough, bro. Because I don't, like you said, I don't want him. I don't want no other stars to be deterred from coming here, man. And if he does that, I don't want any chance of that. And also, Brunson being a leader the way that he is, I don't want Chris Paul to step on that either.
They don't clash, right? They
might.
No, I don't.
Yo, we already got Julius Randle here, bro. Like, let's keep it 1,000. Unless he's gonna check Julius Randle,
I gotta get rid of Julius Randle.
Yeah,
facts.
Two dudes that are bugged out.
Hey, can we get a bonus real quick topic? I want to talk about Dame Lillard real quick. Y'all see he's been around a little bit talking.
Yeah.
And you see that statement he made as far as like y'all really think he's leaving Portland?
No, I don't think so, but I think he's just planting seeds. I mean, we did see him hanging around Mikal Bridges in Brooklyn, and he said he's cool with Bam. I don't see him leaving though. All the bread he making in Portland, who's going to get to pick up that contract? That's the main thing.
No, but he signed. He signed a 2-year extension, right?
Wait, was it? I think the last big contract was like 6 years, $200 million.
Right. So right now, what's up with his contract now? He's not a free agent no time soon.
Nah, he locked to Portland.
Nah, he's a free agent.
Wait, Dame free agent?
Yeah, 26, 27. So
yeah, for a minute he stuck with.
Yeah, that's what I say. He signed that 2 year. He signed. Remember they gave him that 2-year extension. I think he got
option though, right? Does he have an option?
It's a player option. 26. Yeah, 26. I'm sorry, he's a free agent.
Stupid too late though. Like how old will he be? Like 34, 35, 36?
Nah, but Ray, let me say this, and I'm gonna be real. Bossman said it a while ago, when we was like, "What does Miami need?" And remember, point guard and Bossman said Kyrie Irving. Let me tell you something. Dame Lillard over there in Miami right now, bruh.
Is he gonna play defense though? Pat Riley gonna make him guard up.
Rage, man, listen, I understand what you're saying, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, him right now in Miami, bruh,
that could be something that can help for them for sure.
They're gonna be tough.
Yeah,
they're gonna be tough. I think he's gone. I think him in Portland has that
What about him in Brooklyn though with Mikal Bridges? Because being a Phoenix fan, I've been paying attention to Mikal Bridges for a lot. He has a Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen to him, where you may not see it, but he gonna blossom into a star.
Yeah, but what up, Dom? But with the Brooklyn thing, when they give up whatever they got to give up to get him and Mikal Bridges is not enough. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah.
Him and Mikal Bridges, to me, is like a low budget him and CJ McCollum. I like Mikal Bridges. So to me, you know,
we just saw Devin Booker with Mikal Bridges. It wasn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
they went to the champ. He's been to the finals now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not enough.
Yeah.
But I think he's leaving. I think Portland and Dame have a relationship where they respect one another, and I think he needs to finish his maybe, I'll say 3 to 5 years. I think he needs to finish it somewhere else because Portland can't build around him.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Nah,
it's just not.
Dame as a number one, I never saw him as like a leader of a championship team.
He could be.
He got to join somebody.
Listen, you just listen.
It's very few. We got to make this a topic one day. We got to talk about how many leaders there are in the league. There's very few actual leaders of championship teams. That's probably like 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
Well, hold on, Ray. Let me say this before I let Dom go. Let me say this. You got to remember, for one, when you get drafted, you can't help where you get drafted to, right?
Yeah.
So you get drafted to a Portland. Let's be realistic. They don't have the resources. They don't have the manpower to build. Like some players, if you could build a proper team around them, like Trae Young. Let's not forget he went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like that. So certain players where you may think they can't be leaders or they can't take a team here. No, let's build around them and let's see what can happen. And they shocked everybody and got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's not forget, Dame and them got to the Western Conference Finals. They just ran into a super duper juggernaut.
Nah, they didn't have. I remember watching this series. They didn't have KD, and they blew multiple double-digit leads.
No. What I'm saying, Ray, is they made it to the Western Conference Finals. They got swept by Golden State.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about in that series against Golden State.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is, yeah, they blew. But what I'm saying is, Portland made it there.
Yeah.
Like, you got to give them credit for that. I mean, Dom, your thoughts with the Dame Lillard situation?
And they also knocked before Dame go, they also knocked off the Clippers that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Which year?
2019. You talking about 2019?
We didn't make the playoffs. I'm sorry, no, we did. We lost to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we didn't lose to Portland.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So is you talking about when Portland? No, you might be talking about when Paul George was with OKC and he hit him with that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that was 2019.
Yeah, that's OKC.
2019. Yeah. And they had a better team too.
Yeah, Dom, your thoughts with this Dame Lillard situation? Is he gone? Is he staying?
No, he's clearly staying. I mean,
yeah?
I agree with Rage Man though. I don't think he can lead a team to a champion. He needs to be number 2.
But hold on, why you think he's clearly staying?
Because it seems like he says he is. He says he's committed. That's what all the reports are saying.
Okay.
He just talking, man. He trolling.
But he never asks out. Until Damian Lillard asks out, I'm not going to believe he's going anywhere. He really doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do the super team thing. I respect that about him.
I think he like being the big fish in the small pond. He just don't want them expectations.
Maybe not. Maybe he's ducking the smoke in a different way. I'm not going to say.
He like being the small fish. He just don't want. I mean, he like being the big fish. He just don't want the expectations.
Well, they got the 3rd pick. Do you keep it or do you trade it?
Trade that, man. You kidding me?
Nah,
I'm gonna be real though. I don't think the only way Dame could win a championship as the best player is if it's like a 1A, 1B situation. Like
facts. He gotta be a dynamic duo type.
Right. But my thing is okay. My thing is just everybody can't win championships, so I'm not gonna hold that against him. But I would like to see a Dame caliber player in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
Like his game. So that's what I'm saying. Like at least try to build a team around him where you compete in second round conference finals and you never know what happened. But his skill set, me personally, I need to see that in the playoffs. I don't need to see that nowhere else.
But it's like what you said earlier. Some players, like this is what the thing with Dame is confusing. Like, dog, do you really want to compete for a championship? And you know, Dom knows me. I'm not big on that. But don't 1 minute say you're gonna go to Miami, the next minute say, oh, if they win, I'm not going over there. It's like, bro, Miami is an underdog type of team. If you go over there and help them out, that's just a part of it. Yeah. I don't think I don't want to hear this shit. Like, so turn down some money if you really want to. Like, you gotta work something out. Don't try to play GM.
Compromise for real.
Yeah, you can't play GM 1 second and then like, oh no, I'm not a GM. Nah, bro, go play ball. Go to Milwaukee. Go to Philly. Go to the Lakers would be crazy. Like we want to see you in the spotlight.
Come on, man. Go to the Knicks. Don't tell them
go to the Knicks for who?
I just feel like when a player have been playing so long a certain way, you cannot change them unless they hardwired that they want to do that. Not even if he goes somewhere, is his game going to change to where it's going to win them some games or in the championship?
Not what you mean, but that's the point. I think Dame has a championship caliber style of playing. He has a super talent. Like that's the thing about Dame. He brings super scoring. Like we can't front on that. It's just the fact that he's like pussyfooting. Yo, bro, either you want to compete or you don't, or just shut up. Like I'm
right,
like,
just for real.
I just see as because at first I was confused. And people will be like going against Dame, like, yo, he's lying and standing third. I didn't understand him. Like, yo, he seems like a pretty honest dude. But I don't know. It's too bipolar
he is
for me.
Capping a little bit because he's been doing this his whole career. Think about it. Dame used to beg to get on all-star teams because he was asked out in the West with point guards. He always been like that. I mean, like with Russ when Russ was better than him or Curry or somebody else. He wants the attention of those guys, but he don't want the expectations.
I don't know if he wants to expect. I think he really wants to control that narrative. There's something to if I go to your team, they're gonna look at me like everybody else. And if he stays in Portland, at the end of the day, we can say, yo, he didn't ask out. He did the D Rose thing. I ain't trying to be a groupie. I'm not for none of that. So I get that. So just don't talk about leaving.
Right? Yeah. Just stop talking. That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's like if he keep playing every year, if he can have like a 16-year career, you got a conference finals. If he gets some players make one finals, that's cool. Like I would put him like, well, no, I can't. Honestly, if he make a finals in a 17-year career, I will put him. Would you put him past Clyde as a better trailblazer? I don't know. That's hard. No,
that's not. No,
I still can't. Even if he makes
finals, like hold on, Rage Man. That's not hard. That's not even close. Hell no.
Yeah. I was trying to give Dame the benefit of the doubt, but
nah.
Yeah.
I think Dame. I don't think he could be the best.
Would you put him over Walton if he made a finals in a 17-year career?
I'm not. I mean, I understand what Bill Walton brought, but I think we kind of like it was 3 or 4 years in Portland. So what he did was amazing, bro, because he won immediately. So I think that's tough and he was the best player. Like it was Bill Walton was, yeah, like he was up there with Kareem and everybody easily out of college. So Bill Walton is different, and I don't think Dame was ever that. Like it's tougher to win.
And
it's
that
harder to win with those kind of guards.
Like what Miami is right now. Right now, that Portland team that won it is like Miami right now. Thanks, but Miami's not going to win. We all know Miami's not going to win the series because I don't think they're anything like Miami right now. No.
I get what Turbo's saying because in the 70s you got to remember.
I was saying that because Bill Walton didn't have no second All-Star or Hall of Fame on that team. That's what I'm saying, Faith.
Yeah, the 70s.
Looking at Miami, Jimmy Butler is like the only pretty much like the All-Star caliber player. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was meaning comparing them in
underdog.
That situation.
So is there anybody in the draft that's going to help them out at that third pick?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even pay attention to college basketball. I gotta wait till you get to the league.
Right? No, but that's my point. What I'm saying is Portland has to figure this out. Portland, like they in a situation because you got to figure your superstar may have 3 years left at high level, or do you rebuild with the third pick? You got the kid Scoot. They say the top 5 players is good players. Wembanyama, Scoot. Is it Scoot Henderson?
Scoot Henderson, yeah.
And it's somebody else. So they say the first 3 is good.
Brandon.
So my thing is, right. So with Portland.
Brandon Miller.
Do you get what you can for Dame? That's why I say they have a relationship and respect for each other where they can sit down and go, hey, listen. Yeah. So remember, we got to think of the future. We got you for, remember, when his contract is up, he's not re-signing for another 5 years.
Nah.
So, hey, let us get what we can for you now. We're going to send you. Remember, we like you. We got real love for you. We're going to send you. Listen, we're going to send you where you want to go. Tell us where you want to go. We're going to work it out. Yeah. Now, with the third pick, they get their play. They rebuild. They have some picks, some drafts, and some young players they can get for them. And then they can go about their business.
And plus, number one, if he leaves Portland, the real Portland fans will understand. They're not going to boo him. If he comes back, they're going to give him a round of applause and say thank you. They're going to be loyal to him. They're not going to be like the other, like LeBron, when he left Cleveland burning his jersey. They respect James too much to do that. Yeah. I think if they would really, they would look at him and say, "Hey, man, I think if you're a real Portland fan, I think you should email him and say, hey, bro, look. Thank you for all the years that you done for us. Once we went through that trail after the Jailblazer situation, and then Brandon Roy was supposed to have been there.
Yeah. Right, facts. They missed him for some years.
Supposed to have been that Hall of Fame, Yeah. And he came in and took over and did what he did. I think it's up to him at this point.
I agree with Turbo. It's up to him and the organization. What do y'all want to do? What's the next move? Are y'all trying to win now?
Or y'all gonna rebuild
3 years, or are y'all trying to be where y'all at?
All right, hold on. Go ahead, boss man.
I like what y'all said. The things are definitely good. That's a good question to put out there, all ball. It depends on. I just believe now the draft is overrated, and we saw that with Miami right now. They have no number 1 draft pick, no number 2, number 5. They don't have all of that. You have to just find a collective group who really want to play together. And you have to find a GM who has that magical wand, can bring people, make the magical moves with that money, and shift people around. It's all about the GM, man. And we saw that with Theo. We saw it with Miami. We see it with the Lakers. So if you have that GM who can really dive in there and get these pieces the right way, then that's what you have to look at. Because the draft, to me, like I said, is overrated. Way overrated. And we talked about Zion for about an hour and a half. He played 29 games.
82. He didn't even play 60 games.
All right, but boss man, all right, look at this scenario. If you're Portland, right? If I'm Portland, this is what I'm attempting to do. Think about this. You go to Boston. I want to straight up trade Dame Lillard for, let's just say, Jaylen Brown, right? You got Jaylen Brown. You still got the big man over there. You still got the young kid Simon. You still got
Grant.
What's the big Grant? And then now you got the 3rd pick.
I would trade Grant in that situation too. I'm
just saying, boss man, you correct with the draft thing, but like I said, I think Portland is in a nice little pickle there. Because once again, once that contract is up, if you don't get nothing for him, hey man, you back in the gutter for real. Yeah, like you gonna be in the gutter, so they gotta really figure out what they gonna do.
And you're putting Chauncey Billups in a situation.
It puts Miami in a better seat because he said it. He's opened his mouth up. My boy is banned. My boy is banned. So you can give up that whole starting 3 players to get him. And still have a good bench, and still have good players. That's how good he is. You're not losing. You can always. The whole thing about Miami said it. They said it on television. We want people to die for the basketball, play hard. You'll play. Yeah. Play hard. They got people doing the basic things of basketball, and that's why they're in this situation they are.
Yes, bro. I forgot. You know what's crazy? I mentioned this in one of my videos. Like, I know Miami considered a big market, but outside of LeBron and Shaq, they don't really get free agents because of their culture, because of what's demanded of the players. So if you want to go there, you gotta be willing to work.
So hold on. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm glad you said that. If you're a ball player and you have four, you have to pick a state to go to. Would you go to Miami, California, Boston, Knicks? Which one would you pick?
I'm going to Florida because of the taxes, for sure. I'm definitely not going to California.
So that's the draw right there in the South. That's the draw.
It should be.
I can say, we talked about this a while ago, right, Fab, and All Ball?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If you can save money, you're going there. You want to be in a less tax bracket. That's the whole thing about it.
I forgot what All Ball said to trigger this thought, but it was something to do with the general manager and the ownership, and like they don't know what they're really doing. They seem confusing, and that led to Dame Lillard's thought, in my opinion, Now that I think about it, starting to talk a little like just is in conflict. So they gotta decide what to do because I forgot. Remember, Paul Allen, he came from Microsoft, he owned Portland, and after he died, it made me trigger pull all this up all ball. After he died, Jody Allen took over. So everybody was saying she should sell the team. And look, they were saying that she has toxic behavior going on around the organization. Right?
Wow.
So this guy, Paul Allen, he had specific instructions to sell the team when he was gone. When he was done. Remember, he's a super billionaire. And with Dame Lillard, he's sitting there in limbo probably because what are you really doing? What do you really know about basketball? And they hired this other guy. What's the general manager's name? I think Bossman asked about it. John Cronin is their name. He made statements like the goal is to get better as soon as possible, timeline wise. It's time to start having a roster to compete at the highest levels. But they're not doing that. They're not doing that. That's a lie.
Right. But look, sometimes in life, things happen in your favor. You got to take advantage of it. Look what's happening for Portland. You have two good young players in Simons and Grant. You have a big man that's decent. He ain't trash. He decent. You have a star player that right now, if you put him on the market, you're going to get whatever you want for him. You have the third pick. So all these things just happen coincidentally. That's great for Portland. They have to maximize on it because if you take this third pick, now you keep Dame Lillard. Now after 2 years,
do something with that.
Right now he gonna wind up going somewhere anyway because you ain't gonna re-sign him for nothing crazy. Like
he playing, man.
So
Dame should have been doing something a long time ago.
Where would that GM go now then? Since you're saying all of this, the GM who just left Golden State, what team should he go to then?
In my opinion,
look at what you just said.
Watch this. You ready? You know our guy left, right?
Yeah, the Knicks. Yes.
Actually, you know what? I was gonna say the Clippers. I was gonna say the Clippers, but the Knicks, that's actually a good move. That would be a good move.
If the Golden State guy wants to go somewhere and really do something crazy, come to New York.
And I'm pretty sure he don't want to go to. He was just in San Francisco. I'm pretty sure he don't want to go to no damn Oklahoma City. Go to New York.
Hold on. Go ahead, boss man.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Hold on. Go ahead, boss man.
What's that might be leaving? Where did Pat Riley leave? Where did Pat Riley telling people he's leaving? Pat Riley's not no young chicken, y'all.
Well, he
ain't going nowhere.
And he's not the GM. He's the owner.
He's the owner.
He's the president. He can make. I'm just saying though. You want winners.
Oh, he's the owner. He's a part.
So I'm just saying, it's just the GM plays a big part of where people are going to go.
Yeah, I agree. But if I'm Bob Myers, I'm coming to New York. But I'll let Turbo go. I just think Portland. Sometimes the universe just happens to work for you, and you gotta take advantage. You have a superstar right now that you can maybe get another younger superstar for. You have the third pick, and you still have two young guys on your team. I think you can build off that because right now, with that roster, how it is right now, even with the third pick, if they get the young kid, you still maybe 8th, 9th in the West.
Yep.
Go ahead, Turbo.
No, I was going to say with the whole Bob Myers thing, because you got to remember, he is a former agent, and then Leon Rose is a former agent. So I don't know how those two can, clash, and how that's going to work in clash, because that's true ego. Regardless of whether they're nice guys or not, everybody has an ego.
Hold on. Let me say this. I don't care how big a person ego is. If me and you have the same job, but I'm way better than you at the job, there's no ego. Bob Myers went to Golden State and turned our whole franchise around. They got 4 rings. They went to 6 finals in whatever amount of years. There is no comparison.
But you know why it is all because he did it. It wasn't like he went to a championship team. He built a championship team.
I understand.
So it's a little different. So it's a little bit more respect for him because he built that along the way. Now, if he goes to another team, are they going to respect him the same way Golden State respected him? I'm not knocking what you say. I'm just saying how these players probably going to think about all of this.
No, I totally agree with Bossman and Turbo because if you built the championship team, I'm going to you, Leon Rose. I got to answer to you. What'd you build? All right, you got the Knicks to a little more relevant, but nah, I'm Bob Myers now. Bob Myers the hottest ticket around, regardless if what we think, whether he is that great or not. I don't know, but he has enough cachet to throw around Leon Rose and be like, listen, it's either him or me.
Yeah, no, yeah, and if Dolan is smart, see, this is my thing. If I'm Leon Rose, why would I do that? If we all at a job and somebody comes out of job and they're better than us at it, and it's going to help all of us grow and make us all legends, come on, bro, put your pride to the side. This is Bob Myers coming over here. This ain't no chump. Bro, let's do this thing together. I'm going to put my ego to the side. Let's try to make New York what it is again. Simple. And we still do need a little rebuilding, boss, man. Like, we still a player or two away. We need shooters. We need some things. So, I mean, I'm always going to vouch for my Knicks to get better. If we can get somebody like that, I'd rather him come to us than somewhere else. But I definitely agree with all y'all say. Y'all all make great points for sure.
I don't see him letting Brunson and Rick, the Brunson's family, the Mall family, run amok. And Julius Randle's our best player. I think Bob Myers has a different philosophy also. Put ego aside now. He understands the Golden State philosophy too. Like that, they built the team for this era and they understand this era. He might not even look at Tom Thibodeau like, yo, dog, you don't fit this era. You made way too many mistakes to win in this kind of ball game now. This ain't 2008 anymore. So I think that's a part of it too. Like the things that we talk about, Bob Myers might be saying out loud in that room while negotiating with Jim Dolan to get that position.
Hey, hold on, y'all.
You know those are his buddies. So
hold on. Just so y'all know. Hold on, just so you know, Woj just said Suns are exploring trading Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, which everybody kind of knew, but you know when Woj say some shit, you got to listen. So the Suns is looking to trade Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton.
Let me tell you something, Woj. You know Woj and Shams got beef, and Shams be coming out with something, and Woj will follow up with it to like give him the hammer. Like, yo, he's whack. This is the real news. There's a real beef with them. I didn't even know about that. But
with the Phoenix Suns situation, I'm kind of surprised. If I'm DeAndre Ayton, I think I would try to stay and play and try to see if I can get along with what's the new head coach. Goddamn.
Nah, DeAndre Ayton gotta go, bro. That shit is internally, man. Like, it wasn't only the coach, it's the organization and everything. He got to get out of there, bro.
No, I think it was a Monty Williams thing. I mean, he gone. He got his bread. He got what he wanted. Mikal Bridges gone. He got his bread, and Monty Williams gone.
We can't have Woj come out and say this. Yeah, come on.
Hold on. But also, and no, Rage Man. Remember, he's also beefing with the nigga. He beefing with one of the best players on the team, nigga Devin Booker. Bro, he got to go, bro. That ain't gonna work. He got to go.
Coach of the team, I mean, when you're going to teams, these guys know where they're going. Some guys want to work hard, some guys don't want to work hard. So they know what team they know what teams they go to when you have to work hard. They know typically when you go there, you got to play defense.
Right.
You know when you go to the Lakers, you got to do certain things. They know LeBron's going to drive you crazy. You have to play hard. You know you're going to deal with a lot of racism in Boston. So you have to. All this stuff plays a play when you're playing basketball. It's the money factor, taxes we talked about, the warm climate. It's the people there. Look at what Harden doing. Harden told everybody, "I want to be around strippers. Give me the best stripper places in the world. I want it."
That's a fact.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. It sounds like James Harden is gonna team up with Zion real soon, and whatever city.
Look, man. Look, what it's doing to. It's messing the future players up because now owners are saying he has not proved anything. He played 29 games. We gave him all of this money. What do we reap behind that as an owner? Jordan said the problem with is right now, the problem with these players, they're being paid before they can show what they can actually do on the basketball court. And that's,
I was just talking about this. Like, how many players? I mean, Austin Reeves about to get $80 million. Like, I'm not saying what people deserve. It's not my place to say what people deserve. But
he's gonna be on the roster for the FIBA World Team.
$80 million, Austin Reeves. That's wild.
That's tough to really like. Just put yourself in that position. Like, how do you stay hungry? You know what I mean? Like,
it gotta be in you. It gotta be.
Yeah, but that's very rare for anyone to be like that. Like, that's why I say about Kobe is just a
look
rare
at Giannis,
dude.
Look at Steph. Them the rare ones. Look at Kawhi. Look at to a lesser extent now. Look at LeBron. Look at KD.
And that's why you look at Miami and San Antonio and go, okay, they might be doing this the right way. Like, if I had $10 billion and I could buy an organization, I need one of those guys to run it for me. The ones that are gonna hire everybody else that don't pay any
I would
games.
want to be if I was an owner of a team, I would want to be like San Antonio, Golden State, or Miami for sure.
1,000%. I'm trying to think who else is in that category.
That's it. Them the only one that got like a militaristic approach to things. Them the only ones.
Miami, San Antonio, and
I like that. I like what they do.
Dallas.
I don't like what they did this year.
You said Dallas?
Yes, I like what they did.
I think Dallas. I think Mark Cuban. He too much of a risk taker. Like I don't. Mark Cuban and outside of 2011, they've had good seasons, but they ain't really been consistent. Like in terms of being like a contender.
Well, they won. They shouldn't have won. To me, they shouldn't have been. That year they won. They should have lost. But I think a lot of that comes with luck. We talked about that before, and they pulled it out. Yeah. I don't think they were the best team that year.
What team was that?
You talking about Mavericks
with Dirk and Jason Kidd.
Sean Marion was on that team.
For their time though, I'm gonna give them their credit. For their time, they was a great 3-point shooting team. I remember how they did Kobe in that game 4 was ridiculous, and that don't get talked about enough. Like Kobe got played off the floor. Like everybody like Peja Stojakovic hit like 9 threes or something. Like they were going off, and that was the year after Kobe won the championship. He got swept.
Well, the Lakers got
and not only that, they beat Kobe, KD, and LeBron in one year.
Yeah,
I give the Mavericks their props, like especially Dirk, because Dirk got over the hump.
Yeah,
because he's the A1. That's what I want to see from Joker. We got to put pressure on him. I was putting pressure on Joker back then. You can't be the best scoring point power forward I've ever seen in my life, and you keep not showing up in the playoffs. I don't want to see that. I got to call you out.
That was my
first round.
That was my issue. That was my issue with Jokic. He in the finals. He 2 games away. Me, if Jokic win, I put him. He definitely cracked top 10. I gotta take Artis Gilmore out my personal list because he's great. He's still top 15, but he didn't do enough in the NBA. So
why is Artis Gilmore in your top 10?
He was a pro champion. He one of the few pros to win MVP his rookie year. Great defender, great scorer. I think he like in the top 5 field goal percentage, and he was averaging like over 20s. Like so, he was a real bucket. So, Artis Gilmore is a top 15 center.
Artis Gilmore?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Who?
Name 15 centers. Name 15 pro centers better than Artis Gilmore.
You got him better than Ewing?
He wasn't better than Dow Dorcas. Yeah. He wasn't better than Ewing. He wasn't better than
He was better. He was better than Ewing.
I'm just saying from what
if you want to use NBA, if you want to use NBA careers, I get it.
Oh, that's what you mean.
We talking about total career. We talking about total career. Because I include the ABA. So we talking about total career.
Hold on. ABA and NBA is 2 different stories.
Not really, because they merged. You got 4 ABA teams. They merged. You got 4 NBA teams. They took the 3-point line from the ABA. They took the dunk contest. So
I totally agree.
So in his NBA career,
and he made a couple All-Star games, all defensive teams.
We got older.
Yeah, he was in the West. He was on the Spurs. He was with George Gervin. They was losing to the Lakers. Then he went. Then as he got older, he played with Michael Jordan for like 20-something games on the Bulls. Then he went. I think he retired with the Celtics. He didn't play too long. But he was facing better teams. But individually, he was making all-star teams, all defense.
You gotta look that up about Artis Gilmore.
Yeah, he won MVP his rookie year.
I think he left before that. Yes, I don't think he. Yes, because Artis Gilmore played in the late 70s.
Yeah.
So he didn't play with no Kobe, no LeBron.
He played with Mike. He played with Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay. I don't think he played with Mike.
No, he didn't. He played for like 25 games with Mike in the Bulls at 88.
Okay.
Well, he broke records in the ABA. Broke record block shots in the season.
He didn't
only Wilt and him. Yeah, only Wilt, him, and Wes Unseld won MVP rookie year.
MVP.
And Wes Unseld was in the NBA.
Yeah,
well, he won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the ABA.
Yeah.
Okay, but that still stands for something.
Right.
I still respect the boss, man. I still respect it.
Right.
You know why?
If Dr. J top 75, and I do believe Artis Gilmore should be over some people like a Dame or AD, but if my point was if Dr. J is in the top 75, Artis Gilmore should be in the top 15 center.
I think you need to rethink that, honestly. And I'm not knocking.
No, I got you. I understand what you're saying.
You know, I'm not knocking because
I'm just respecting the history. Like ABA, like that's crazy. Like we gotta, like y'all got 4 teams. Y'all got 4 of their teams. Y'all took how they played the game. Like one of the bridge of the history, Dr. J. They don't even acknowledge Dr. J points. Dr. J got over 30,000 points combined. Like with 4 championships, he got 3 in the ABA. And 1, he a 4-time champion with over 30,000 professional points. So,
he did not play with Mike. He rejoined the Bulls for part of the 88 season before being released. Maybe for a little bit in 87, 88. Yeah. But he went into San Antonio from 82 to 87. But he does have a hell of a career, bro.
He had a heck of a career, no question about it.
I didn't know it was this serious. All NBA for 5 straight times, and all defense 4 times.
Would you take him over Moses?
No way. No.
I think
Moses 6 on my list.
And all that. He got MVP of the season, I think twice. He got Rookie of the Year. Yeah. He got defensive player, first team, and all that. So,
I think Moses is the most.
Because remember that Houston Rocket team knocked off the Lakers. They were the defending champs in 81.
1980
in the conference finals.
I think Moses Malone is the most underrated like most underrated legendary dude.
If you were to tell me, I don't have him over, but if you were to tell me Moses was better than Hakeem and Shaq, I could see where you're coming from, but I don't have him over them. But if you forget Moses, I would not argue with you.
Moses taught Hakeem Olajuwon when he got to Houston. He taught him. That was his mentor.
Yep.
And when he first got to college, because he had his own. He had his own gym.
Yep.
Out there, and the pros and everybody was working out. So everybody was doing.
And we forget. A lot of people forget this too. Moses, fresh out of high school, like when people say Kobe and LeBron the best ever, that's not by far. That's not solid.
No, but those guys acknowledge.
Technology took a big part of that for those guys like a Kobe and all that. So it wasn't highlighted back then when a guy like Moses came to the league as a quote unquote
and Moses played in the ABA. Moses played in the ABA too.
Yeah.
And he was with the Buffalo Braves for a hot minute. But
he was with
they had 2 owners.
The St. Louis Jazz. Or the Spirits. The Spirits. Yeah, he was with the Spirits for a minute, I think.
But it's a lot of centers. We got how many centers we got right now that's superstars or stars?
Like I'm gonna say, like great centers, like who gonna be Hall of Fame right now in the league is probably like 5. Jokic.
Hold on.
Hold on. Okay. So how many? So we got 5 now. How many in the 2000s? 2010.
And that's a strike on Shaq. Shaq did not face a lot of. He didn't become a champion until all the people he was losing to was retiring. So yeah, you could say that. That's why I say if you say Moses is better than Shaq, because Shaq, I look at the totality of people's careers. You got to say that competition, how they won, stuff like that.
The only person that Shaq was in competition with that was Alonzo Mourning. That was it. And where do y'all have Alonzo Mourning fit in as far as top centers? Because his name
like
never
top
gets
25, top 25.
Gotta be top 30. But
top
I think
25,
the thing with Moses is just the way he gave Kareem the business. I think
yes,
Kareem had
dominated Kareem.
Yeah, he had like 7 rebounds in the championship. I was just like, just looking back at him, just like, yo, we don't talk about him enough. He wasn't flashy. 7 offensive rebounds with Kareem is crazy.
I like how he played too. He played the defense first, and not just regular boards, like offensive boards.
But we have to look at it, and the reason why, and no disrespect to nobody who didn't go to school, did go to school. He wasn't the face that you want to see on television. He wasn't articulate.
No,
he wasn't right, and that was a big part of the lead. They was trying to bring that in the lead. So what they was doing was holding him back from being on the media. Not talking so much. Kareem can talk in front of everybody. Was no problem for him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Facts. Yep.
You recall when John Thompson, God bless him, didn't want none of his players talking.
He talks for you. Yep, he spoke for him.
Spoke for everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So,
That's a fact.
But yeah, again, if Joker win, he definitely cracked the top 10 in my opinion. But I think he got to do a lot to get top 5. Like I got Moses 6, and David Robinson 7, and we gotta give credit to the history. I think let's say Jokic win 2 championships, another MVP. I think him being in the top 10 is enough. I don't think he's going to get higher because there's been a lot of great centers. Like George Mikan is a top 10 center. I don't care what nobody say. The man won 5 championships. Unofficially, he won 7. And he won. He was the first superstar in the NBA. He did the first 3-peat in the NBA. He was the first dynasty in the NBA. George Mikan is a top 10 center. If y'all saying the Lakers is the greatest organization, don't in the same breath say George Mikan not a top 10 center, that's cap.
So what about Bill Russell then?
I got him number 1 or number 3 at the least.
Okay.
If you say the Lakers is the best organization, then don't mention George Mikan, you lying.
Well, we can't say they're the best organization because Boston and the Lakers are tied 17-17.
No, I'm saying if you're a Laker fan and you do say that the Lakers are the greatest organization, you have to acknowledge the history of George Mikan.
I agree with that. And he wasn't a big cat either.
He was 16.
Yeah, I'm just saying he wasn't a 7-footer. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right about that. You know, it's so crazy when we look at these stars from teams and all of these centers and all that, and it's a lot out there, man. We just didn't name a lot of them. You know, but some of the centers can shoot better now than they could before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I acknowledge what he doing. Jokic doing right now. Like Fabian said, I just said he had to make the finals. He had to do something in the playoffs, and if he win this championship, man, he the best player in the world, best center in the league, top 10.
Joker?
Yeah, Joker. I mean, that will confirm it. I think he's the best player in the league right now, but
I said the best player. I ain't gonna say the best center of all time.
He the best. No, I'm saying he's the best center in the league. Right now.
Oh yes, no question.
Yeah. But all time, I think he got a lot to do to be pushed top 5. I think he got a lot to do to pass top 10, number 10.
Well, I think he's already the best center in the league. I just don't see anybody in that conversation right now.
For sure.
For him, if he wins one more championship, if he wins like 2 more championships, then he definitely can crack the top 5 in my book. And win another MVP, he definitely can crack the top 5. Now, when I put him over a lot of ones, because now the narrative, because we got a lot of people that some young people they may not understand, but we got some adults that are just as ignorant as the young folks. Oh my gosh, we've never seen a guy like Jokic before. Get out of here, miss me with that crap, okay? Hakeem Olajuwon was one of the most skillful centers I ever seen in my life to this day.
But I don't think Hakeem, like it's not close. Hakeem's biggest flaw, his flaw was passing.
Was that a flaw though? Like,
yeah.
My thing is, y'all. We're not y'all. I'm not gonna say y'all. People compare people like the wrong way. Like they compare them like their ability. Like, yeah, they don't. Everybody don't do the same thing. I'm comparing them like how they maximize what they are good at.
Right, but so for me, I don't think like Hakeem was great in his own way, but he was more like, to me, he was like a big Jordan. That footwork.
Yeah, he was a big. That's a perfect press.
Because for you to be like, and because he was intense, he wasn't scared. He showed up in the moment. But passing, they didn't look to pass first. That's a real. I think personalities is not talked about enough when you talk about a player on the court. And Hakeem's personality was very intense. And when you're focused like that, that's what Kyrie not suffers from, but it hinders them. Kobe Bryant, it hinders them because you're a one-on-one scorer for the most part. You play defense and everything, yeah. But Joker is a point guard out there. How can I get the ball out of my hands and can I get it back? And he's just playing like chess and checkers and everything out there. And Hakeem, don't get me wrong, I think he had a vision, but for passing and play point center like this, Hakeem wasn't that. He had a handle, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't passing the ball like that.
And again, I want to give Joker his credit. He hooping, but I think after you win, it's gonna be people going so crazy. They're gonna be exaggerating like a mug. Like, yes, he's averaging a triple-double. That's historic, center, crazy. I said myself, he's gonna be the first player to average a triple-double over the span of a season on 50, 40, 96. He's gonna be the first person to do that. My thing is, the people that's going so hard, they don't know. I don't know everything, but they speak so confidently and they don't know everything. Like Bill Russell, and if we was counting blocks back then, Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain would have averaged a triple-double in blocks. Like, they are unofficially, I give Russ his credit. Unofficially, Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain are leaders in triple-doubles, I'm certain, off blocks if they were counted back then.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with that is Rage Man is like, think about with Michael Jordan, it's 84. I mean, Boss Man can speak to this more. It's 1984. It's Michael Jordan's second year in the league or whatever. Let's say it's third, fourth year in the league.
Yeah.
When I said it's 88, it's third, fourth, fifth year in the league. Yeah, he didn't win, but it's like you get caught up in the phenomenon of this is what a phenomenon is. The beginning of it. We're beginning. This is how people are just responding and reacting to the phenomenon of the Joker, prisoner of the moment stuff. And imagine Bill Russell in his 6th year in the league, another championship, and you're sitting there like, yo, this is the best player in the league. I don't care about Wilt Chamberlain. He got all that other stuff. You'd be arguing the same way in 1968 about Bill Russell.
Facts,
so it's just the nature of human beings and how we, So the Joker thing is like, if we take it too personal, it's not fun anymore. Like it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to allow Joker to be, yo, let's enjoy this, man. This is ill. This point center is crazy. Point center is amazing.
Man, again, I said this. I mentioned. Sorry, boss man, you go ahead.
No, good.
Now, I mentioned this before. I think the 2020s, this gonna be the most competitive era since the 70s, because the 70s only 2 teams won the championship more than once, and that was the Knicks and the Celtics. Nobody won back to back. The 2020s is gonna be like that. Since 2019, there's already been 4 different champions. It's gonna be like 5 different champions. This year is gonna be the most parity since the 70s.
Yeah, it was Bullets were made of
Boston, Knicks, the Wizards won the championship. The Seattle
Warriors.
Who else?
Portland.
Right, Portland.
That's 6 right there.
And then I think Boston won. Yeah, he said the Wizards.
Yeah, and then the Celtics and the Knicks won twice. So 6 franchises won the championship in that decade.
Yeah, and a lot happened. The merger happened, and I think now the merger that's taking place, like the how you say the subconscious or the unwritten merger, is the merger with the world.
Yeah,
like there's so many world stars that are
yep.
coming in, and it's just different nowadays. And also the rule changes. Like there's gonna be, we had a super team era is over, and I think they're gonna regret this. They're gonna regret it because the last decade. I mean, I don't know, because they're saying that the ratings this year is pretty good. They're saying it's pretty good. So
super teams are good because it give other teams something to strive for. I can see that in business, but competitive wise, like I like parity and I like one team dominating at the same time. I like both, but I wouldn't mind seeing a decade of like 7 different teams winning.
I think for us as basketball purists, it depends. Because you're a fan of just watching it like we're doing today. Like we know we all have we're like-minded in our love for the game.
Yeah.
So we can actually, speak this way. But the casual fan is the one that makes them money. The casual fan, they come in to watch Steph Curry and this phenomenon, and not just them, but the phenomenon of winning. And that just brings in all the groupies. No disrespect to anybody. But that's what makes the money. Is groupies, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So sometimes, again, going back to the Joker thing, and it becomes a groupie thing because you get caught up in the moment, but people want to see the super team. They want to see the super guy.
Yeah.
They want to see this guy who couldn't do a push-up in high school. He's the fat kid that we all play with in the playground. It's just like, yo, how's he nice?
Facts. Yeah, good point.
Busting your ass. You're just like, nah, I'm picking him again. It's just dope to see it. It's ill to see. We always would love to play with a kid like that because it was ill.
Yeah,
it was ill.
Same thing with Steph. Like short dude. Well, he ain't short. He's 6'3", but relative to short dude, just shooting crazy over the all tall athletic dudes.
The David versus Goliath thing.
Yeah.
Boss
man, I think you muted. All right.
I guess he'll come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I think this is a good spot, man. And I'm so I'm not a hater. I growing up, like I still say this, Miami LeBron, that's one of the best players I ever seen. The best player I've ever seen in my own 2 hours was Tim Duncan. But
I'm sorry.
I don't be wanting to come off as a LeBron hater, but when we keep talking, like when these stories, like these made up stories about how Kyrie wanted to trade for LeBron come out, like, bruh.
Hey, Rayman.
Oh, bro, like you're out
Rayman.
the playoffs, bro. Like you're out the playoffs. Let the other dudes shine, man.
Mm-hmm. We can hear you, boss man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Rayman, first before we talk about that.
Yeah.
I think one of the things we don't want to talk about with the Joker is he's being pushed by the white people. He's being pushed. He's not black.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's a big part, and that's all right. That's fine. We have no problem with that.
That's okay.
And that's the thing we're talking about. We're basketball fans. Whether you're black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Germany, we don't care. We just want to see good basketball.
Right.
People are not enjoying this. And when Faye talked about Curry, people want to go see Curry because he's going to play every game. He's not going to sit down. So my kid, I can't afford the $2,000 seat. But when I'm a working man like all of us, a blue collar man, and I'm buying seats that's cost $200 a piece, and you're not playing, I'm a little disappointed. Yes, I know I'm supposed to root for the team, but my son want to see you.
Thanks, yeah.
You know, so it's a little hard sometimes for parents to deal with that all the time. Yes, we know we get sick days, personal days, leaves off and all that. But listen here, put your leaves in ahead of time like we have to do. If we want a vacation, I must give it to my superior 2 weeks ahead of time.
Thanks.
Put it on the chalkboard. You know.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about? I was talking about how there's some good basketball we got now, and how like the media like they make enough stories to distract and keep our eyes on somebody else who's not in the playoffs. Like, what you think about that?
Well, people want to see the superstar. People are unhappy. See, we have to go back. First of all, the NBA wanted, and I just said this a little while ago, Lakers and Boston.
Yep.
And Celtics, right. Because somebody's going to break the record. and that's going to be TV at its best. At its best, Brady's going to go out the ceiling for that. People wanted to see that, so now people want to see LeBron. We all want to see LeBron. He puts on a good show. We all want to see Kerry puts on a good show. So when those two teams don't make it, now we're looking at quote unquote basic basketball, which we all like. You know, you're not gonna see all the flashy stuff with a Kyrie or with a LeBron dunking here or somebody going crazy.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing that. So again, I love it. I love it for those two organizations, Denver and Miami. I'm hoping Denver win for the first time in their history. It'll be good for basketball, but also good for Miami too, letting kids know just because you wasn't selected first or the top 32 doesn't mean you don't have a chance to be in the team.
Right. Everybody has a chance. And I remember I was having a conversation about this a long time ago. It was other people's prospect to break the all-time scoring record. And I was just talking about everybody have a chance, but I was talking about the likeliness. I was talking about you could bring up a KD or maybe a Steph, but everybody got a chance, like you were saying. Yeah.
What I like about this so much, man, that we put so much positive energy into this, man. You know, we don't have no stats in front of us. We're not going home I'm not going home doing no research or anything. I'm going to my memory bank what I know about basketball. We're not Stephen A. Smith, who got the chalkboard there, Perkins, who got everybody in the whole room working for them. We're going on pure knowledge of what we know and our love for the game.
Facts, man. Facts. Yeah. But I get what you're saying about the business point and how they wanted to see the Lakers and the Celtics. But at the same time, if you wanna draw in a new or even more of the same audience, wouldn't you think like, hey, we got Miami and we got Denver in the finals. Let's say let's market how good Miami been. They've been in 6 finals since like 2010. Let's market that the Nuggets are the last ABA team to make an NBA Finals. This is their first NBA Finals. Let's market that. Let's market that Carmelo Anthony, who just retired, was a Nugget. Let's market Alex English. Let's market David Thompson. Let's market the older players from there. Like, that just don't make sense to me. Like, you have all these players. Why are you marketing an aging player? That makes no sense. That's the same shit with like, sorry for cursing. That's the same stuff with like Hulk Hogan in 1999. Like, he old. Like, why we keep talking? Did you mute me? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I muted myself.
Yeah, that's like Hulk Hogan in 1999 when you got Stone Cold Steve Austin in WWE. Like, why are we talking about this old dude, this old man?
What year is this?
99. Hogan in 99 is like 40 something.
Yeah, that's very disrespectful. Hulk Hogan needs to be respected at that level because he's no longer respected as far as a human being. I heard what you said on the tape, Hulk Hogan. That was one of the most devastating moments of my adult life. To hear you say what you said on that tape, Hulkamania, you ruined it. You ruined everything about you. But 1999, when he went with NWO, he's still Hulkamania rage, man. He still sells them tickets.
But if you compare it to your,
hey, hold on, but that's a how you say you contradicted yourself because you want them to promote Carmelo Anthony and all the other older guys as well. So you don't want to promote the aging current guy.
Promote it in the context of the team. Like, this is the team that made them. Let's promote the history of the team type thing.
So you want the aging guy there that's no longer playing to be promoted?
No, just the history of the game so people can learn more, and then you can start they forcing people to like they can from what they are they can make people do their own research, then they can choose who they like from there. They are forcing people what to like.
But that's marketing. That's
yeah, that is marketing. Yeah.
When you sit down,
you can do better marketing by making a allowing people to choose what they like.
So I think you got to, when you sit down with the NBA guys and they have different departments, the marketing guys, the first thing they're gonna ask is, what is the bottom line to that? Like, how does that make money? How was the return on that?
Yeah.
Because to promote, I see the Carmelo Anthony angle, especially he's still a star. He's still his son is coming up in the league. His wife or his ex-wife is there. This is all marketable. Like, even if it's third party, below under the table kind of marketing, Lala Anthony being on a show still, like, you can still kind of promote that in a way. So and they're all celebrities. So, but I think the bottom line is, who is the person you're talking about that's aging? You said they were. LeBron made the conference finals, bro, and he's in LA. Like, he's not there by accident. Like that, all that stuff. Shaq went to LA, so he's still a star. He has basically he runs an agency. For him to make the conference finals, and I'm pretty sure, I would love to look at the ratings. I'm pretty sure they were pretty decent, and it's LA. It's that market share is amazing.
Yeah.
So can you promote? I don't know. Joker will have to win. I would think he's going to be in the Tim Duncan category of guys who are going to be great, and I don't know if they're going to be able to bring ratings.
Facts.
But if I'm not mistaken, I'm already going to be that point might not stand because they're saying it. Let me just look that up instead of pondering.
Yeah. We talking about ratings?
The ratings for the Denver Nuggets versus Miami Heat. Thanks for clarifying that, because people are listening, and got to be clear about it.
It's funny. Like last week, Robert Ory was on all the smoke podcast. That was a dope episode. I like that. Episode. And he was saying that when they won the championship, they were the defending champs. He said, "Yo, we rarely got as defending champs." He was like, we was disrespectful. He's like, we barely got put on national TV.
Yeah, you gotta remember that was right at the beginning of that offensive revolution. So, and who was they facing? Yeah, they was facing the Cavs. So them Spurs in the mid-2000s, they don't get no love. Again, one of my favorite series. Some of my favorite series is that Indiana versus Pistons in 2004, or Spurs versus Pistons in the finals. Them some of my favorite playoff series.
I want to revisit it because I remember watching it in real time and going, I'm not going to watch the rest of this series. This was boring as hell. The Spurs and Pistons, I was disgusted. And then the Robert Ory shot happened. I was like, oh, I missed it. All right, cool. But,
I think
it was
one
boring.
of them, it might have been 2007. Yeah, where he didn't win that Finals MVP. That was one of his worst performances. He didn't play hella bad.
Tony Parker won the
he didn't play terrible. It was just the error. Like, he shot a low percentage. He didn't average like 25 and 13. He averaged like 23 and maybe like 11 or something.
So this is
21 and 11.
Where's it at? Why is it taking long? Is this it? Okay.
Yeah, that run was crazy. That 95 run was crazy. That was one of the greatest runs.
That's still, I mean, yeah, that's the lowest seed to win the championship. 6 seed.
Yeah.
So it's saying this is a day ago, Game 2 stellar TV rating show that the fans are actually excited about Nuggets Heat NBA Finals. Number one seed apparently weren't interesting despite a lot of evidence to the contrary. Who's in here, boss man? It turns out the NBA doesn't need traditional powers like the Lakers and Celtics. Don't believe me? According to Nielsen, with 11.9 million average viewers, Game 2 of the Heat Nuggets actually matched the audience numbers from Game 2 of Warriors Celtics last year. Oh wow, that's amazing.
Game 2 even had near its peak in the fourth quarter. Okay.
It said if that weren't enough, Game 2 of the 2023 Finals even had 15 million viewers at its peak near the time of the fourth quarter. Oh, that's what you just read?
Yeah.
So that's
okay. Yeah, see, that's my thing. This is proving why we in the game of teams, in the game of 32 teams. Why are we promoting one player on one team? This proves we do not need LeBron in the playoffs, let alone the finals.
For someone who claims not to be a LeBron hater.
It been like that since he left Miami. I honestly thought he should have retired after he won the championship in Cleveland. If he would have retired then, he retired undeniably. At minimum top 10.
But it's still stars being promoted. Like Jimmy Butler is leading Miami. It's not
as much as LeBron. LeBron getting the #1 amount of marketing dollars at 38 years old. That's ridiculous.
Deservedly so. He got Nike behind him. He's a machine. Like we gotta give him his props. Steph Curry's a machine.
No, when you got a team, okay. I'm glad you brought this up because this goes back to the previous conversation with popularity and stuff like that. Right. LeBron got a lot of money behind him. That don't necessarily make him popular. You have to push him. You have to garner popularity when you have all that money behind you. So they're going to put marketing dollars in you to get that return in investment. That doesn't make him naturally popular. Hence why none of his games are the highest viewed games ever. The only ones was with who? The Warriors, and the common denominator, they still have some of the more popular games. LeBron James is not organically popular. That's what I'm saying.
Like, because even when the bubble, that wasn't even rated, which is funny because what the hell was everybody watching? That didn't make sense to me. Like, why?
Oh God, nobody was watching. Everybody was in the house and they weren't watching that.
So I never looked into why not. But that's the lowest rated finals probably.
They was watching The Last Dance probably. Was the finals going on? Nah.
No, the Last Dance was like
the Last Dance was in summertime. Right, it was in summertime. Yeah,
early pandemic. And then the bubble was November.
Hey, they was watching streaming. They were streaming Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max. They was watching other stuff.
We weren't interested.
Wasn't nobody worried about sports at that time. Like, and that was a stupid decision. Well, no, it really wasn't because again, the NBA had to make a loan for that. They were running out of money, so they had to do the bubble. But that was some of the worst basketball I've ever seen. And I don't know why nobody keep counting that. Like, the bubble was terrible. Like, quality, it was bad.
I got to rewatch it then because I don't remember it being that bad. I just remember just feeling weird because the crowd isn't there. Like,
no, that's the difference between was gone. Like, the fans and the travel, like, that is a lot of it, like, and then people want to count that. That's like one of the more super outliers. Like, even if you want to discredit the lockout, that's more likely to happen in a sports league than a 4-month suspension. A lockout is more likely than COVID, than a pandemic. So even if you want to say, oh, 99 didn't count. Okay, we've seen sports lockouts before though.
But go back to your point with the money, right? That's part of the problem. Like going back to what you said, part of it is that now the NBA is in competition with everything that's streaming, everything at that point. So you need a boatload more money to market that championship, which is call it what you want, but it's a TV show. Yeah. You got 7 episodes at most of it, at minimum 4. Yeah. But I don't think, like you said, they have to borrow the money to make sure that they recoup something. And now you don't have the Nike. You have to probably borrow marketing dollars from everywhere to promote this thing. So, yeah, what you're saying is true. Marketing dollars, you can make a star. Yes, you can. But I still think you got to have a starter to promote that as well. Like
now, that I'm going to give LeBron. LeBron got some. Now, he is a terrible actor. LeBron is a terrible actor. He's a liar, but he's a bad liar too. But
hold on, Rage Man. What do you like about LeBron?
No, I actually do. No, LeBron, he's some. I like that he got a good team around him. I'm not gonna necessarily say I'm not saying he's dumb, but I'm not gonna say he's the smartest person ever. He got a great team around him, and I just like I said his greatest contribution to the game was showing players that you don't have to be loyal to a team. That's his greatest contribution. What was my point? I was going. What? Before you asked me that, what was I talking about?
You were throwing some more LeBron here. I was trying to stop you so you could at least acknowledge this man's greatness.
I'm not trying. I'm not hating on LeBron, bro. But again, like most of all this is marketing behind LeBron, man. That's all I'm saying.
So what do you think it was behind Jordan?
It was marketing, but at the same time, he matched his marketing. LeBron is not matching his marketing.
Well, okay. There's nobody who did what Jordan did. Nobody. Like he was a TV show. Like he was a movie character. The way he won, his pops passed away. He came back. His whole he was a movie. The way he played on the court, his style of play, it's way more. Yeah. We would all rather pay to see Jordan than LeBron.
I know. I remember what I was about to say. I was gonna say LeBron. He got some star power to him. So yeah, he do have star power, but to be doing this at this rate, at this age, is bad for business.
Well, I don't see why. We're talking in different eras about somebody's playing basketball at a high level. He's been doing it all of his life. What is wrong with somebody playing basketball when they're 40 years old?
I'm not mad that he's playing. I'm mad that he's still getting prioritized as if he's the best, and he's clearly not.
So who do you think?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Who do you think should get priority?
Younger players.
Name them.
Oh God.
Giannis, Steph been.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Let's go back. Hold on. I was mute before, and hello, ladies, and you talked about what you're welcome. You talked about why they don't talk about these other players. They don't highlight these other players. Now you talk about this to be younger players. Which one is it now? You can't have it both ways.
I'm saying, wait.
No, that's what you said.
I already answered that. I'm saying, won't you mention some of the history a little bit so you can give the fan a chance to learn something else so they can decide what they like, so they can have more options. That's what I'm saying. But,
no, boss man, he said he's down with promoting the older players, but they got to be retired. That's what he said. Promote Melo. Remember, Denver's in the championship. Promote Melo, but he's retired, so he's cool. Yes. That's what he's saying. So LeBron, you can't promote. He's saying you can't promote him because he's still in the league.
If David Stern was commissioner right now, he would have been stopped promoting LeBron James. Look how he did. Look how he did Allen Iverson and Dennis Rodman. After the last dance, Dennis Rodman was out the league. After a certain year, he was not promoting Allen Iverson no more.
Whoa. That's not true. That's not true. Allen Iverson came into the league with a gag order on him. And
right. I'm saying after his stint with the Nuggets or something, he went.
No, but that's that's after the Malice and the Palace, and that was a very racist rule in place. They were trying to say that if you look like this guy, we don't want to promote this lifestyle. True. Meanwhile, every kid all these white kids had braids in their hair, like they want to see this.
Right.
That was a big mistake.
David Stern moved on. He knew how to move on.
No, he did not. But David Stern made a big mistake with it. That was messed up. Even Tim Duncan and Steve, the biggest proponents of those rules was Tim Duncan and Steve Nash.
Just say to be announced because
the people who look like how can you say like surfers?
Yeah,
they look crazy. They just wear baggy jeans on.
Yeah.
Fabe and I watched the older great video. Which one? It aged so badly. He said it with his chest.
Who's older great?
Older great. We met him on Twitter. He's a hilarious dude. He's from Massachusetts. I think he's talking about the one with Denver. Oh right, yeah. Older great. Shout out to him. He came on the live last night. He was complaining. He said, "Yo, it's after game 3. Y'all talking about the Knicks, the 90s Knicks chat. Nobody cares about Carmelo Anthony." But he came in there, gave his take, but he has a video with Dime Dropper where he's going crazy on Joker. He was overrated, all that passing. He said Bill Cartwright could pass like Joker.
Yeah, he wild.
Older great went crazy, and he posted it like a week ago.
Damn.
That takes some ball. I would clip that up and just post it. He would go viral. I gotta tell him that.
Yeah, he should do that.
Hell yeah, I would embarrass myself like that.
All right, I wouldn't mind being wrong. Exactly.
Told me.
That's what happened with me with the Heat. I said we're gonna beat them in 5. I was dead wrong, but we didn't go. I was hoping we go viral.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting embarrassed. Give me $1 million followers. I mean, not too embarrassing. But what were we saying? Boss man said he wanted to remind us of something.
No, he was asking me about like mentioning older players.
Right. I was saying that I went to the All-Star game, 2 of them. One in Washington and one in Philadelphia. I saw Iverson and what's her name? And Stephon do their thing.
Snap, come back. All yes. Back.
Yep. Saw the whole thing, both of them. I met a lot of people there. That when they had the WNBA, when the WNBA was starting off, all girls and all beautiful girls. Mm-hmm. I saw all Dominique Wilkins, all of them, Gervin, all of them, Dr. J, all of them. They was all there. Yeah. So they do promote them at those places. They sign autographs like crazy all day long.
At the venue, but I'm talking about on television. I'm talking about on. That's where people see
some people, but you
only
got. Hold on a second.
See that physically.
But
I'm talking about on television.
But they do announce some of the games. Del Curry's still announcing games. These guys are still announcing games. Some of them announcing games. Some of them are assistant coaches. They're not. When you want to hear a coach, you don't want to hear the assistant coach. You want to hear the head coach.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but let me bring up a better topic. This is a gimme right here. Is this not a gimme for NBA just to promote this? This is literally a gimme. Carmelo Anthony just retired, right? Let's promote that and how that relates to the finals. Let's promote how the Nuggets, the last ABA team to make the finals, let's promote that.
You know,
considering that you have an ABA team that has 5 of your championships. Is that like not a give me? Is that not obvious to do? You muted, Faye.
How would you want like a commercial? Like how would you want to do that?
Something like they did a commercial. Like it took them nothing to make a commercial about the Heat in the first game of the finals. Just do something like that. Say, hey, this a very successful franchise. Made 6 finals since 2010. This ABA team made their first finals. They could have did something as simple as that. Like they need me on their marketing team, bro. They need, hey, NBA, cut the check, man.
But I don't think it's just about marketing. Is what do you want them to do? Put more tweets out? Like I'm pretty sure they got a bunch of burner accounts, to work for any billion-dollar corporation.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Like promote these videos? Like, yo, this is and I'm sure you could do something, ill like that, especially with Melo making him an ambassador of some sort. But it lends itself to the whole Dwight Howard and Carmelo saying like we're banned from the NBA. That now gives it more credence because it's just like you're right.
Yeah, like what are they doing with that, Lau? Out now, while I just said they shouldn't be promoting, it's the super prioritization of older players is what I disagree with. I don't disagree with having veterans and older players in the league at all, because I still think that not more so Carmelo, but Dwight Howard and Boogie Cousins can still contribute. Me personally, I don't think there's nothing left that Melo could contribute. Scoring that don't even matter because
right, but not to be
to defend.
Right, but to your point, where not even being an ambassador role like that, I ain't got to play basketball, but at least I can. Remember, part of it is also Carmelo kind of wants to promote himself as a Knick. It seems like, so if you promote him as a Nugget now, he wants to get his jersey retired. Probably.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, you're right. You just made a great point because he did go out on bad terms with them. I don't think and I definitely don't think now what Jokic doing, they gonna retire his jersey. So, yeah, you made a good point with that. But they could have did something. They could have made some gesture. They making gestures for everybody. They just made new trophies. You could do something.
I think we don't talk about Dave Thompson enough. All you do is say
this is bucket.
That's Michael Jordan's OG. Went to NC State.
Right, that's his inspiration.
Yeah, like that. I think those are easy ways because I think a lot of people don't know that. So the Michael Jordan is the name recognition. You can sneak Michael Jordan's name into that. Look, in real time, we're coming up with a concept for the NBA, and it's fun for us, and it's fun for anybody who's learning that, and it will go viral.
Yeah, like that's my thing. Like it's so many things. They're just super lazy, like going with LeBron year after year after year after year. I seen the Cavs and the Warriors 4 straight years.
I'm just hold on. It's just LeBron. What does LeBron have to do? LeBron ain't got nothing to do with this. We're in the finals. I haven't seen LeBron mentioned once. He tried to steal the show early and say I might retire. Then they finally got rid of him.
They mentioned them they made up that fake story about Kyrie wanting to trade for him. That's literally not true. That's not true at all.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
They just made up a story. That's wild.
I forgot.
Kyrie literally just said a couple days ago, don't listen to nothing they say. I'm not talking about nothing. The final's still going on. A couple days later,
well, I don't believe him. I don't believe that, but I still think is I forgot that he was mentioned, bro. Melo has been getting disrespected for so long. Evan Archer, thanks for commenting.
I don't think he's been there. Me personally, I think Melo one of the more overrated all-time great players. I don't think he's a top 75 player. I don't think he would be disrespected. I think he rightfully rated. I don't think he overrated at all. I don't think he underrated at all. I think he rightfully rated. But no, I think he's overrated. I don't think he's disrespected. He's not top 75 at all.
I think because you would say he's
overrated. I think
it's
the draft class he came in is what make him top 75. I think it's his associations make him top 75. He's not.
But it also hurt him too. It kind of hurt Carmelo Anthony being. When you look at it now, it kind of hurt him being in that class because of the
even Chris Bosh got a better career
because of Dwayne Wade. Because of Dwayne Wade and LeBron.
I don't know if Chris Bosh got a better career than Carmelo. His career was cut short.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, no, he can say he is closer to saying he maxed out than Carmelo. Can Carmelo say he maxed out?
Okay, I'll give you that, but he's still top 10 in scoring.
Yeah, you're right.
That's major. Like,
yeah, you're right.
And
I remember, Chris Bosh was a stretch. Chris Bosh was a reach.
I'm a big Melo critic, but me and Bossman always go back to that. Who accepted the role of playing in New York? He didn't max out his potential. I say whatever you want about that, but he's still top 10 in scoring and end up doing that. Nah, it's kind of crazy. So
top I think 75 though. No, I don't think top 75. That's not valid. I think Alex English is a better player than him. Small forward and a nugget.
And the leading scorer of the 80s. That's not talked about. Like all that stuff should be revisited. Like Melo, you could do an ill flashback of Melo with Alex English and then going back to Dave Thompson and stuff like that. Thanks. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Rage Man, we got to come up with maybe we should do our own joint.
Yeah.
Do some videos with Dave Thompson. Do like a Nuggets reel. Show Dave Thompson, put Michael Jordan's OG. Boom.
Then you got Fat.
We allowed to do that.
Jokic putting up triple doubles. What's another nugget that was known for triple doubles? Fat Lever. Simple. Something right there. See how simple that is?
I even know that because I know he played for Dallas. Fat Lever playing.
No, he played for the Nuggets too.
Yeah. An all-star.
See, so
Allen Iverson played for the Nuggets, made the finals. That's something else right there.
You could easily, I just don't. Maybe Nuggets moments. Yeah, I don't know how you could really. What else happened in Denver?
Then you got the Dikembe Mutombo, first AC to be the first seed.
What's that place? Remember the
reverse. The reverse was happening right now.
Right, first AC to be the first seed. It's all easy promo.
Chris Jackson. Robert Pack. Oh my God, he had hot.
I think they're gonna stay away from him. But yeah, these are a lot of ideas for real. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Rage Man. I'm about to do all this shit. We said Mutombo.
Chris Jackson.
Who else played for the Nuggets?
You know who was nice, but his career got cut short, and I liked watching him in college a little bit. Alfonso Ellis. He was nice.
Alfonso Ellis, yeah.
Ooh, he was.
Remember,
nice.
Ken Fareed, the Manimal.
Thank you. You're welcome.
He from Jersey too. From the tri-state area.
Who else? Who else played for the Nuggets? You got Ken Fareed, Ty Lawson. Them guys, they wasn't. You could mention George Karl. This dude on social media every day. George Karl could say something. You could make him a video.
That's where you lost me. Don't ever mention George Karl.
Yeah,
I fucking hate George Karl.
He's sick too, right?
Yeah, he's sick. He had cancer. He's still tweeting and stuff. But just the way they talk about him, like for J.R. Smith to still say the way he did, and still Kenyon Martin for still.
I just think it's a generation class. That's all I think it is, because certain players don't say nothing. Certain players don't say nothing. Yeah, it's a generation class. He played for a long time. I mean, he coached for a long time. Look at the generations. You got the Jordan generation, then you got that Iverson generation, then you got that generation after Iverson, the J.R. Smith. So,
but yo, I did not know. I did not know because I was going back into I like to watch like old clips and old interviews. I didn't know that George Karl was the big reason why he made Chris Mullin go to rehab when he was coaching him in Golden State. I did not know that.
No, I didn't know that.
He went to rehab because he was drinking every day.
I know, but I heard George Karl. Yeah, I heard he was doing that around my way when he was playing pickup ball.
No, they could have. Well, he is sick, so I don't know how that would have came off on a commercial, but they could have did a voiceover with him talking about the Nuggets history. I see him on Instagram talking about ABA history and the Nuggets. He's basically promoting the finals from his own perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I just think the NBA could do better. They can make they missing so much more money. They just going with the status.
They're getting high in my fucking building that I lived in.
But they are doing better. They hire their own players. They hire the coaches, coaches that were just finished retiring. They put them in classes to speak to different people. They go to the All-Star games. They are doing things. Some people just want to stand to the basketball world. We just don't see it, like I said before, like that.
There's some things that go on behind the scenes. There's a lot of guys that's in the retirement that works in the that's the president of the retirement whatever their title is, and or there's so many.
Yeah, they do. Well, yeah, they do. They do good. They do good by their older players, man. But I just think they could help. They can help educate the viewer, man. They wanna spread propaganda to the viewer. They ain't really trying to educate.
So Ray, that's a good thing. I'm not trying to be funny. I swear I'm not. Why don't you write something and get it notarized to the NBA? Hey, I would like to do this for the older players. Put something together. You never know. They might buy that from you.
You should brought up a good point. Now I have my own YouTube channel. I try to educate people as much as I can. I'm not a teacher, but I'm learning at the same time. But I could do that for sure. And I got so many years ahead of me, man. I might work for the NBA one day.
Exactly. You never know, man.
LeBron's gonna blackball you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, facts. He gonna blackball me. He gonna black that ass for real.
If this math is correct, then the E player must be here. And Chicago has to money.
When game 4 is it? Friday or is it Saturday?
No, tomorrow.
That's a must win. Miami gotta win. If they don't win tomorrow, it's a wrap.
Oh, they're not winning then.
You think so? You think they're gonna lose twice?
Oh, they lose it. Yeah. Woo. Miami. It's my brother right here.
Woo!
It's my big brother right
what
here.
What up? Yo, what's going on? Oh, yo, what up, bro?
Everything good.
Easy. What's going on? Easy.
What's going on?
Everything good. You gotta hold that, bro. You better pull off.
They got all these people getting ready to park. They all gonna get tickets. They don't know it either.
Uh-oh. What current players do y'all think could be a successful coach in the future? I love the ideas like guys like Rondo or CP3 becoming coaches.
They say that, but if it was to be somebody, it would have to be a point guard. But because those usually the players the type of players that take coaching roles are point guards. But I don't see them becoming coaches just off their personality type. I don't really see any player being a coach. If it's not a bench player, but outside of I don't see a star player becoming a coach. It would have to
they all fail.
That's negative.
What?
Jason Kidd was a star player.
He said Jason Kidd was a star player.
Yeah,
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about retire. I don't see no star player now becoming a coach. And if it was, it would be a point guard. But outside of that, it would have to be like a bench player.
You know who might be a coach though?
Like a Luke Walton or something.
You know who might be a coach? Chris Paul.
Nah. Nah.
He likes to coach. He likes to teach.
A coach, though, on the sideline, it's a difference. It's a big difference.
I think he likes control, like being a point guard and having control over everything.
Be a floor general. I don't think he would be a coach.
I think so. I think and I think that the jury's still out with Jason Kidd, but he's proven a lot, I think, to make the Western Conference Finals and to instill confidence and stuff like that. But I think CP3's in that ilk. Like, it's usually a backup guy, right? Like, even with Chauncey Billups, the jury's going to be out on him. But to be a journeyman and then finally get his spot with Detroit, I think it means, like, there's something to them understanding that since I wasn't a star, everything's not going to be given to me. And just understanding being a role player. Like,
that's a good point.
You have a position on the organization.
Magic Johnson, he did a stint. He was terrible. Magic Johnson was a terrible coach. Greatest leader in basketball, terrible coach.
Ooh, Bernardo says,
but he didn't want that. He didn't want to coach. They said Dr. Buss forced him to do that.
Bernardo says Andre Iguodala could be a coach if he wanted to. Why do you say that, Bernardo?
I don't see that. He's a great perimeter defender. I put Iggy on the level of like a Kawhi and a Scottie Pippen or like perimeter defense, but I don't see him being no coach.
I don't think he's on that level.
He up there. He a great perimeter defender.
I'm not saying he's not, but I can see the way he talks about like Tech and all the guys speak highly of him. Except when he went to Memphis, they kind of looked at him like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if they disrespected him, but they kind of looked at him like whatever in Memphis.
Yeah, facts.
Well, I can see the way they talked about him in Golden State, and it's all opportunity too. Yeah. Remember, Danny Ainge got a towel thrown in his face by Robert Horry, so he was kind of disrespected. Now he's
facts.
Yeah. So, and Steve Kerr found his calling because he went from general manager to head coach.
Yeah. Steve Kerr was always going to be a coach, though. I think I ain't trying to get too deep. He was always going to be a coach. Just going on his associations, he played with Mike. He was under Pop. He was under Phil Jackson. That was bound to happen.
And then he also played for a great college coach. May he rest in peace, Lou Olson.
That was bound to happen. You look at the history of Steve Kerr. He ain't come out of nowhere. I'm just say that.
Evan Archer says Haslam too. He's kind of already one. He's more of a bench guy throughout his career, though.
A coach, though, they would have been gay. They still got this man on the floor. They ain't finna give him an office job.
Well,
yeah, they are. They gonna treat him like a king.
Miami is different. If this was any other organization, they had him on the floor there alone. They're not giving him no office job.
They might, because look at Jerry Stackhouse. I didn't think Jerry Stackhouse could be a coach, and all of a sudden where is he? He's not in North Carolina,
he's in Vanderbilt.
That's ill. Like I didn't, and now you got somebody who's Haslam is of the same cloth. They're both enforcers. Nobody played with them. Yeah. So I think there's a chance there. I think it's all about communication. I've never heard like Jerry Stackhouse speak when he was a player that much. He was always usually like checking somebody or being too excited when he came to the league. He's like, "Yo, this league is too easy." And Jordan gave him like 40, something like that.
Yeah.
But Haslam seems to get like he's very confrontational. So for somebody to be able to grab your attention, keep your attention, and motivate you, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
What do you say, Turbo?
I mean, I can see Jerry Stackhouse like maybe like coaching the NBA as a former all-star player. Yeah, I can see Jerry Stackhouse playing the league because you remember he was coaching the Toronto's development team. He developed Flam Bleep and Powell and all of them. He played a big part of their development.
Yeah,
that's major.
Yeah, he's a big part of it. And what's the other kid? The African kid. Damn.
Masai Ujiri?
No. The kid that plays on Toronto.
OG?
Yeah. Not him. No. Siakam. Yeah, he was he played a big part of those guys' development.
Yeah. Y'all think Kyle Lowry done once his contract over? I think
Yeah.
Boss man, I think you muted, boss man. Oh, and then just wow.
He going with his bro.
Andre Miller could also be a coach. Iggy isn't just a great perimeter defender.
A cottage team.
He's an exceptional b-ball mind, very smart guy, and everybody says a great locker room presence. Yeah,
that's what. Be a college basketball coach.
I haven't heard. That's the other thing with Steve Kerr. We got to see. That's my thing with JJ Redick. When we talked about that before, Rage Man, when he was interviewing for the Toronto job, and we were saying that's the Steve Kerr route, where at least we get to see him on the sideline speak about basketball. And as a fan, you go, okay, well, at least he knows. To me, he sounds like he can communicate whatever his vision is, his point of view of basketball. So if I could buy into it as a fan, I'm pretty sure. Not every single player, but he's going to get enough players respect, and he's been around the greatest. Steve Kerr was around the greatest, so has Andre Iguodala for that matter, and Andre Miller has been around a bunch of great players as well, and so has Haslam. Yeah, Haslam's been around the greatest players of all time.
Facts.
Yeah, and Shaq, and D Wade, Alonzo Mourning, like we talked about before. So that got a factor, especially when you're gonna have to learn how to deal with players like that.
I didn't know this, but what was Bob McAdoo on the Heat or something? Because he got a job with him too.
Yeah, he's been assistant coach since Pat Riley was there.
Oh, he was assistant coach. That's why. Okay, I'm like, wow.
That was Pat's right hand man.
I didn't know his affiliations with the Heat.
So he he played with Riley, right, on the Lakers?
Yeah, he played with him with the Lakers. Okay, he brought him with him. Okay. Okay.
He said, "I got a job for you," and he's been an assistant ever since. And now he still works with him. He's a scout now.
Okay. Yo. Okay, Pat Riley a real one. He take his guys with him.
I'm sorry, I was mute for a while. So what I was saying before, the guy that played with LeBron in Cleveland, he was a shooter. He's a GM. Forgot his name. It slipped my.
Kyle Korver?
No. Kyle Korver's still playing. He's a black guy.
No. Kyle Korver is in somebody's administration now. But the black shooter for Cleveland.
Boy-headed guy. Oh my God.
You talking about black shooter? Gerard Smith?
No.
Hell no.
I'm tripping.
Hell no. Wow. Gerard Smith just got his master's degree.
You talking about Cleveland? Which one? The one championship?
No, Booby ain't doing nothing.
Open this up. I'm gonna look for it right now.
Championship Cleveland team?
Damon Jones?
Yes, that's what it is. Damon Jones. Yep.
Yeah, Damon that's Jones. One of LeBron proteges, though. That's only because he was LeBron, though. That's not.
But he's doing I forgot where he's at, but he's doing a good job because he got a GM job.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's true. Yeah.
And also,
James. What's he doing?
And also James Jones that played with LeBron on Miami. I think that's like LeBron's best friend.
Yes, he was with Miami first.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron
James Jones. You talking about not David Jones, James Jones.
That's what we meant. Yeah,
James Jones.
Yeah. James Jones is in Phoenix. When you said Jones, Jones is in Phoenix.
I give LeBron this. He put dudes in the right spots, but they will serve him in the midst of doing that. I like.
It's about 8:00.
I give LeBron his credit. He put his guys in the right position to benefit him.
Love y'all. Be good, man.
That's what I always say. But they all do that.
Yeah,
and they all do that. He just had the opportunity to get that.
Yeah,
I give him that over Jordan. Like he took over the business side of the NBA. He cracked that open.
Yeah, he opened it. He broke the third.
LeBron. So they cracked it open. He just changed it.
He just changed it.
Yeah.
What LeBron did was amazing.
Really? Yeah. You don't think Jordan did pretty well?
We said Jordan.
I'm saying with him going to the Miami, he broke the fourth wall, showing teams like, hey, you ain't got to be loyal to the team and wait until you hella old to leave to get a championship.
Oh yeah.
Right, you ain't got to be loyal to the organization because they're not loyal to you. Right.
I think Jordan, he started it because he had the first super agent with David Falk, and then remember that was Patrick Ewing's agent. That was even X-Man's agent when he went to Boston. Yeah. For a long time, I thought Jordan did some bullshit and try to put the bird in X-Man's ear, whisper in X-Man's ear, get him to Boston, separate him out of New York. But he denied that. He said the Knicks took too long to sign him. But to have that, remember, Jordan was telling them, "Yo, I'll go to New York if you keep playing with me." To the Bulls, that was the negotiating thing. So LeBron took that super agent shit and said, "You know what? Yeah, so I think he saw what Jordan did.
My thing is, though,
LeBron had the decision. I remember LeBron had the decision.
Yep.
He had the press conference.
David Falk had Alonzo Mourning. He had Reggie Miller. Like he had a lot of dudes.
Yeah, fact.
But the decision, like Easy saying, like the decision is that changed basketball. That changed sports.
Yeah, that was next level. when he made that decision and made the press come to that gym and all that, and sat down with everybody, and made it a big guessing game.
Yeah,
come on, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was food right there. It was the way he went about doing it, though. I think over his career, over the span of him doing that, he's definitely tarnished that legacy. But that's his greatest contribution to the game. Nothing on the court there, but it's still over time he's tarnishing it because he been more unsuccessful with it than successful in terms of basketball. Like he still got a losing record in the finals, going where he want to go.
Not with Miami, though. Not with Miami.
But he went everywhere he went.
No, but he went 2-4 in Miami. He went 1-4 in Cleveland.
Whatever happened, he went wherever he went, he won.
Yes, but he didn't win.
Jordan didn't win everywhere he went. Wherever he went, he won. Whether it's a super team or not,
you ain't telling the whole story, though, boss, man. You ain't telling the whole story.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? Nobody never thought about this. You know what? LeBron might be the first NBA player to have his jersey retire in 3 different places.
No. That's Wilt. Wilt got 3 jerseys retired.
Where?
LA, Philly, and Golden State.
Warriors. Golden State. You're right.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
Here's the thing, though, right? This is what we diminished a lot, though. These conference finals. When you win the Eastern Conference, that's a championship game. People act like they don't realize that. The Western Conference Finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron got 10 joints, B. Like that, act like those ain't 10 championships LeBron won in the NBA.
Oh my God!
We don't talk about the finals, but I'm just saying.
Hey, I give you that.
I always say that.
That's real shit.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Wilt does have to go with
100% facts. But
we say, boss man. Hold on. We say, boss man.
I said that's what you talk about, sir.
Yeah, all the time. I say if you like to get somebody to contend, that's a different level of dude right there.
No, I give LeBron. No, LeBron is a great player. I'm not denying that, but I'm saying the East was not the East of today. What was LeBron's biggest rival when he came back from Miami? The Atlanta Hawks, coached by Mike Budenholzer. Who was Miami's biggest threat in the East? Paul George and Roy Hibbert.
Yeah. Y'all want to always say people always diminish the East Conference Finals. Like I don't understand that. Like
no, I'm not.
You got to go through a gauntlet to get there.
You know why I don't like that? Easy and Turbo and Rage Man. I'm gonna tell you why, Rage Man. Why I hate what you just said. Right?
What?
Even with the bubble. Oh, he did. That was the bubble, right? You know why? Because if he would have lost, what would you be saying?
Listen. I want to clear this up. Whoever would have won the bubble, wouldn't have counted. I don't care who would have won.
Okay, now go back to all the Eastern Conference Finals that Easy Al just mentioned. If he doesn't make one of them, you're talking about it. He doesn't make 2, and God forbid he wouldn't have made 3 of them Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
you'd be pulling that over his head every day.
I'm gonna say this: the Eastern Conference in 2019, when the Raptors won, wasn't the same when LeBron was winning with the Cavs. It was not. The Eastern Conference in 2019 was not the same as LeBron. Eastern Conference in 2016.
Can I ask you this, Rage Man? Can I ask you this? Do you respect anything LeBron James?
Yes. I do.
That was good, babe. That was good. But we gotta stop putting the asterisk on all this stuff, though, man. You know, as far as the bubble or somebody's hurt. If somebody's hurt, so what? They hurt.
Listen, I'm a Spurs fan.
Hold on.
I'm taking 99. I don't care what y'all say. Short season.
Can we acknowledge this though? Compared to every other season, the bubble is a super duper outlier. Can we acknowledge that though?
No. Because we had the short season in 99.
No.
The Spurs won.
That's not the same.
In 99, when we won the short season.
I just brought that up. The difference in 99 is a lockout in a sports league is way more likely than a pandemic break.
So it's still harmful to all of us, wherever you want to do it, monetarily or health-wise. Health and safety, money and health.
We're talking about the world.
This is the world.
A lockout is more likely than a world pandemic.
Oh yeah, no, it's more.
No, I agree to that. I agree to that, but they still have to play through it. They still have to play through that, and they play through it. So we can't diminish somebody won something in the bubble.
Yeah, I'm not taking that in 99.
Boss man.
We got 5 championships.
Hey Ray,
the Lakers got 17.
You should go be a lawyer, man. You love the debate, and I love it. That's your energy, and I love it. You bring positive, good energy. You don't get mad. You stay in your point. I love it, man.
You know, he just makes other people get mad. He lives up to his name, boss man. They be
I don't be trying to make nobody mad. I be trying
he got me mad one time. Yo, boss man, he blocked me because he kept talking this Kyrie Irving shit.
What are you talking about? We done passed it up though.
Him and Rockstar Mel was getting ready to go at it.
Well, Rockstar Mel, come on. Yo, Rockstar Mel and Rage Man are two birds.
I think Mel genuinely don't like me or respect me, but it's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't.
No, I don't think so. I hope not. I hope
the respect is there, but the dislike is present. But the respect gotta be there. You can't be disrespectful. But I was gonna say you can't say the bubble is a flaw, is a fluke when the same 4 teams just appeared in the conference finals again. On each side, the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Heat, and the Celtics did it all over again.
So that doesn't prove that it was a fraud.
Yeah. Say that again, Term.
You can't for people to say that the bubble was a fraud, and then you had 4 teams that were in the conference finals made it 3 years later back to the conference line when the real seat when it was 82 games. Like you can't deny it.
Wow, Mel just hopped in. Look at him laughing.
He knows what we said.
Rockstar
Mel's crazy ass. We were flaming Beloved last night because he was going off about Magic. The same way you feel about LeBron, he feels about Magic. He was going crazy.
I'm like, he said he.
Oh my God! Yeah, he said he'll take. He said he'll take Isaiah Thomas over Magic.
You don't like Magic.
Like, that's just cap.
We don't know, Easy. We don't know.
That's cap.
No, I think his logic was that he said that Isaiah played with less than Magic.
That's true, but even then, that's a fallacy. Like the Detroit Pistons wasn't talentless.
Yeah, so what that had to do with Magic? Somebody had less or more.
Everybody don't have the same level of talent, though. Like that's a weird comparison.
Nah, boss man. He tried to say, and it was a great point at first. Like a bunch of his assists is made because Kareem is present, and we're like, okay, and Scoot was there, and then Scoot. He melted him like candle wax last night, boss man. It was over for him.
If it's so easy for everybody to throw the ball in the paint, then why we don't have a lot of guys with more assists?
Exactly.
He said, "Yo, boss man." He said, "All right, Norm Nixon was the point guard before that. How many assists did he average? And now go take how many assists did he average after Kareem left? 12 a game. Then we went back and we found out the average amount of assists when Kareem sat he missed 34 games with Magic for like 10 years. 11 assists. How many did he average when Kareem was in the game? 11 assists.
All-time
it was
game.
It was a flame from beginning to end. He started off well, but he started wheezing in the background.
You know what's so crazy about that? Like even Norm Nixon said, "Yo, he said, yo, when we got Magic, and then also at the same time they got Michael Cooper because he was like, yo, when it was just us, we had trouble beating Seattle. He's like, yo, the Sonics was giving us the business, and he said,
they still have not all of it. They still have some of their championship core in the early '80s. The Sonics.
He was like, oh, finally I got some dogs that can play and run with me. Because he said, yo, we was having issues with the Sonics was giving us the business. So he said when Magic and Cooper came, said that made the game easy for me.
Because they started running. When you change it around the league, nobody was running back then. Everybody was set up and going. Mm-hmm. They started running. And it was called Showtime for a reason.
Yeah.
If you run the court, you get the ball.
I'm gonna still be in the comments. I'm gonna get off the live though.
No doubt, Rage Man.
All right.
Yeah, go
always
ahead
a pleasure, man.
Yeah, what you saying, boss man?
I'm just saying that with all that being said, I wish I was there when Beloved was talking. Beloved is also another passionate person, and he got to say, "Can I get my connect? Wait, let me get it." So,
oh my God!
I can't wait for that to happen because I'm sure we're gonna bring that up at some point. Because anytime we bring up Magic, his face turns red.
He should not bring up Magic ever again because that was a roast. It was from beginning to it kept going. We looked up all the stats and everything. It was like, bro, this is a horrible take now. You can't ever make it. His 2 good points were the number 1 assist guy is Magic or John Stockton. Number 2 is Magic, whatever it is in that order.
Right, 1 and 2.
And you look at the top 5 scoring list. You got Kareem up there, and you got Karl Malone. I said, okay, that's a great point. But then once we went to the numbers, Kareem averaged like 29 a game before Magic got there. He played with Magic, it was like 20 a game. So he wasn't even scoring that much with Magic. It was just like we went through everything. And Scoop, excuse me, shout out to Scoop. He broke it down. He broke it down all the way. It was great.
Yo, I ain't going front to this day. I still don't. I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but I still can't get over. In '82, they win the championship and they got the number 1 pick and got James Worthy. That's still like, yo.
There had to be a trade or something.
Yeah, that was from like I think the 78 or 77 trade with Cleveland. I think they did it with. It's some crazy trade that the Cleveland Cavaliers gave the
Well, you got to remember back then, who had the most money was the Knicks, Boston, and them. So they was buying everybody off. They had the money to do it.
Yeah. Oh, so you mean they had a chance to they were conning people?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
dude. The lottery's always been fixed. Let's not act like, dude.
Oh gosh. So you think?
I don't want to go conspiracy theory, but here's the thing. I'm a Spurs fan, right? We just got the number 1 pick, but we signed the dude when he was 16 years old. We signed him when he was 16 years old in France. So how can he go somewhere else? They had to get the Spurs the number 1 pick. He was already signed to the Spurs. So it's like, come on, man. It's just some of this shit we gotta realize that they gotta put in place. The Spurs, the franchise that can't diminish. You know what I'm saying? So they won't let them go quietly. They gave him the number 1 pick. So for Worthy to go to LA back in '82, it was the same type of magic, same type of bullshit they put in there. But that's just me, conspiracy theories. I'll let that one go.
Oh, no, so you think the everybody said was the lottery fixed for the Knicks when they got Patrick Ewing?
Oh, that was definitely fixed. That one right there. That was 100%. That's another one. That's just. But like, you won't go conspiracy theories on here. But like, I'm just saying, like, yeah, sometimes they have to do it. They got the ring.
So I guess Magic and Bird was fixed in also.
But Bird was drafted the year before. Remember, he had 5 years of college.
We talked about that. Yes.
I would think so. I would, especially to have one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. I would think they saw that beforehand. Especially when you have an NBA merger with the ABA merger, you got to make sure that the money's there.
And the NBA was diminishing around that time. Yeah. They needed that firepower.
Dude, East Coast, West Coast, it was just perfect.
Dr. J saved basketball. Dr. J saved both leagues.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No question about it.
It's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
Yo, we need Easy out back on. Yo, Easy, I ain't forget about you, dog. We're gonna start our gambling thing soon, man.
Oh, okay. I'll be here.
Yeah, because we need Uncle Ice with his crazy ass. We're gonna have some crazy plus minus the spreads or whatever it is. Because I don't understand everything, but just to be sitting there asking questions and be curious, it'll really be all ball TV.
Listen, I'm not really for the gambling. I do a lot of fantasy, basketball,
even better.
Football. You know, I do a lot of fantasy sports. I don't really do the gambling part. You can leave that to Ice.
No, of course, but
gambling. I don't promote gambling.
That's the okay. I'm sorry if I'm
a professional gambler, but I play cards. Dice.
So we're gonna marry the two philosophies from both brothers and get the the basketball fantasy going and the gambling, the cards going, because we need that on here because people really they gravitate towards that.
There you go, man.
I'm gonna get going though. It's time for me to go on daddy duty.
Yes, sir.
Roger Mel, thanks for jumping in the comments, brother.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys been good, man.
But Fame, we definitely got to do the overachiever list, because then you and Fame was talking about the overachiever list.
Who?
The overachiever as far as NBA players, when we're talking about guys that overachieve or not accomplishing what you thought that it was.
Yeah, you said me and somebody else was talking about
it. You and Fave was talking about it.
I am Fave.
Not Fave. I meant Flea.
Yeah, Flea. Yeah.
You and Flea.
And then,
you know what I meant. Hey, man, I'm turning 40 next week, man. Next Thursday, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna yeah.
Bookie God be hitting. Flea. And it was something they said last night. Was there? Oh, I think it was some other Joker. Was there another? Were you on? Was there another player that you can ever remember as a big man that was this great offensively, but that bad defensively? Real quick.
We say Shaq. I was on there, and Boss Man was looking at me like I was crazy, like my ears was on fire.
Yo, Evan Archer says my bad. Yeah, y'all, because his presence was a little bit different. He just wasn't. I think Joker plays smarter, like Rockstar Mel hit it on the nose.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Way. Yeah, and I said Shaq.
Joker plays Matador defense
but he said he plays smart. He plays smart because he does play defense. I think when we say cats playing defense, we look at guys that just lock you down. I think there's different levels to defense.
Skip overachiever. Rockstar Mel, who the hell do you think you are? You are underachieving today, Rockstar Man. Why you in the comments, bro? You usually start shit over here on live. Probably on a flight. Evan Archer, I appreciate you. He said, y'all are fire. I'm spreading the word. It's the first time I've seen him commenting on here. So I truly appreciate you, bro, because y'all make this thing go. You know, like I always say, Turbo's always jumping on Rockstar Mel. I joke around with him all the time, but that shit is doing this thing by yourself is crazy. If you're here talking to a camera, I feel like a loser. I feel like
I feel the same damn way.
And then is anyone reacting? Do I get? Because I need, I'm more. I can't. Colin Cowherd does a great job of just talking by himself in the room.
Yeah. Certain people are built to do that. I need some company because I do like to talk, but I don't like to gossip. That's not my thing. Not my thing.
Well, I think this is all basketball gossip. We got.
No. I'm just talking on a regular. Like the rumors, like all the crazy. I don't mind talking about what's hot and trending at time to time. I mean, I do have my opinion, and I don't get too deep and too drastic about it like everybody else. I have a different approach to it, But no, that was a.
Why am I a loser, man? What's wrong with you?
But that was what you and Flea was saying when y'all was talking about Jeff Green and Tim Thomas, and I was like, wow. And then y'all was like, yo, towards the end, like, yo, we gotta do like, the guys that were overachievers.
Because we gotta do an underachiever list, top 10
underachievers. That's what I said. Yeah. Cats that were nice, that they were good, but you expected more out of them. Like when they came out of college, when Shaq came out of college, what was about to go down.
They're gonna hate me when I got LeBron and Shaq top 5.
Oh God.
For reasons he's underachiever. Like yeah, Lamar, your man was soft.
Like Lamar, like I love Lamar, but I think Lamar could have been better than what he showed.
I want to, as of right now, I think Josh Smith is my number one contender for that. He's the number one or underachiever of all time. Like, I think he should have been the best player in the game.
I agree with that. He's up there. There's a few. I have a list too. Maybe not as crazy as y'all. I don't know where we're gonna go, but oh my gosh, we probably gonna get fired.
The crazy list gotta be that. That's the like you said, the clickbait one is LeBron number 2 and Shaq number 1. That's the clickbait one. Have Shaq put it on TNT like fuck this channel. Like, yeah, Shaq, thanks for the promo, Shaq.
Me overachiever.
You underachieving, banging. What's her name right now? What's wrong with you, Shaq? 80 years old. Shaq about to get a heart attack.
Because if you really think about it, if you close your eyes and think about it, Shaq could have been the all-time leading scorer in the NBA.
Shaq was supposed to be the best player ever.
Yo, he missed 5,000 free throws, bro.
That's crazy.
And he was number 4. He was number 4 on the all-time scoring list. That's not by accident.
I think there's something too. That's the other thing too. Real quick, I always say this, and Dime Drop, but he kind of understood me. It's something different being Iverson and being Shaq than being Kobe. Like Kobe's not as socially. Like Shaq is a big. He's not. That's not common. He's 7 feet, gentle giant. People really like the giant. They're usually scared of the giant. Will Chamberlain was the first guy to really go through all that. Like Bill Russell, he was hated in his town, so he couldn't go out. Will Chamberlain was loved everywhere. I mean, I really think he was gambling on games. I'm gonna spread the conspiracy even further. He had a spot in Harlem. You can't tell me he didn't know about no numbers and no books. You kidding me? So I think being in a nightlife like that, it takes a certain type of personality to be you're going out and people showing you that kind of love. Yes, Will Chamberlain was an underachiever, Mel, but I also think he was fixing games. And same thing with Iverson, same thing with Shaq. I'm not saying, and that's why Jordan is Jordan, because he went out there, he was still gambling and he was still going crazy, and he still was Michael Jordan. So that's just not, it's the one of one.
But he had an appeal to him. Like Jordan didn't go out and party every night, but he had an appeal to him. That's different.
He was also a gambler, so it was different. So his vice was gambling. He didn't have. I don't think he had the vice of women in that nightlife. I think there's something to just being that guy, the party dude. Like, I don't think Jordan was that, but
no, that's what I said. Like Jordan loved the nightlife, but he was different. Like you said, he was out in public, whether he was gambling, golfing, or playing pickup games.
1000%. Turbo, I'm out of here. 3 hours.
Yes, sir.
In. You are the man. Appreciate you, Rockstar Mel, Boss Man. Easy Al made an appearance. That was Easy Al's first appearance on here. Evan Archer, I appreciate you jumping on here, calling us fire. I think that's Easy Al's first appearance. Bernardo, I see you. Dime Dropper. I don't know what you were talking about. Fabian spelling my name like Phoenix Plays. I forgot to shout you out. Nick Pillow, I ain't see you today, Nick Pillow. What's wrong with you, Nick Pillow? Is everything
we
okay?
haven't seen Nick Pillow in a couple of days. Was
he was here yesterday because I
he was
doing this yesterday. Yeah, I'm doing that yesterday. Flea probably getting back to the crib. Turbo.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. You already know what time it is.
Well, I'm probably gonna miss the show because I'm at work, but I know we're gonna be live for tomorrow game 4.
The game, yeah. How dare you miss the show, but it's okay.
But I'm gonna miss the show, because I don't get off at work until 4. So, but I'll dip and dabble and see what's going on. I gotta see what's going on why I can get on here easy, but I can't get on my phone. It blocks me from my phone. I don't know why. It
blocks you to get through StreamYard?
Yeah.
So you might have to go to settings. Is it Android or?
I did it on set. I did it on settings because I came on my phone on the episode when this wasn't working. So I don't understand.
Something's going on.
Yeah. All right, we'll figure that out. We'll talk. We'll discuss that another time.
Easy, Turbo.
Yes, sir.
Easy, all ball family. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Same bad time, same bad channel. Eastern time. 2 p.m. Eastern time. Check y'all later. Favorite perspective. All Ball TV. All Ball.